That's right back, Charlie. That's right.
You always use that active when defenders, I think, it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Am I live? Of course I'm live. Happy Friday, folks. You know, Fabio Friday, as I see someone comment. People deluded, I'm back again. Good morning to those of you like myself in the United Kingdom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. Hope you all have had a good week. Hope the weekend is gearing up to be a fantastic one for you lot. Hope you've had a great week in terms of your goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, or overcoming hardship. You know, hope you and your loved ones have continued / better health, people. And as usual, appreciative to you lot for tuning in across YouTube and Twitch gang. Fantastic live stream as it is always, people. Make sure you're following 10 a.m. We were just watching compilations of Fabio Silva. We talked a lot about Arsenal. We talked a lot in general, really and truly. And we're going to talk at lengths today. Obviously, Fabio Vieira, I keep saying Silva. Fabio Vieira, obviously, is all but been confirmed. We're still waiting for him on Arsenal.com, but Porto have more or less confirmed it. We've been linked with Lisandro Martinez. There's Gabriel Jesus. Allegedly, Eddie Nketiah has signed his new deal and been given the number 14. So there's a lot of bits and pieces, and probably in the time that we're live, other things are there. Obviously, Tielemans is there. Apparently, that doesn't impact Fabio Silva's recruitment, doesn't impact our pursuit of Tielemans. So, you know, the first 11 is one thing, and, you know, maybe we're 2 players short of a 30 first 11 or a better first 11. Still haven't technically got that number 8 in midfield or the striker, but we need depth. As I was saying on Twitch, take nothing away from the Haaland boys, Amari Hutchison, Charlie Patino, Mika Berev. You know, Bear them were on the bench at some point. And Miguel Aziz, when he came back from loan, was on the bench. A lot of these boys travelled up and down the country in the Premier League with Arsenal, but few of them, if anyone can rise up some, have made their Premier League debut. That doesn't tell me that Arteta doesn't necessarily rate you. That just tells me that these young players are filling up spaces in the squad because we haven't got a squad. So for me, Fabio Vieira, again, I want him to come and disrupt things and want to be in the starting 11. But I think, you know, while he's got a good base, he's in double figures for assists last year as well. He's shown he can play as an 8, play further forward, play off the flanks, low center of gravity, good passing range, technical footballer. Arteta's made a big song and dance of wanting to move to a 4-3-3, needing a squad of technical-based footballers. We've got a lot of football to play next year, so I think he helps our squad. He's a good option off the bench. He's someone that will probably wet his feet in the Europa League initially. And, you know, there's been times where Odegaard, Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, all these guys have been unplayable, but there's also been times where they haven't been. So maybe he can pick up the mantelpiece. Confirmed him on a 5-year deal, allegedly. You know, at 22 years of age, playing 76 times for not for Anderlecht, that's Lokonga, for Porto. There's a base there. I'm not expecting fireworks. You know, he's monitored by big clubs. Monitoring doesn't mean they have any interest in buying him. They're just seeing what's going on. But still, he got under 21s player of the tournament last year for Portugal at equivalent level. I mean, I haven't got We Scout to hand, but when you see certain things resurface, obviously we want to see him be a great technical footballer. We're a team that used to be blessed with technicians. Hopefully we can move back into that regards. And I'm happy that we're revamping the midfield. But when you look at his pressing metrics and ball recoveries and that, for someone that isn't the most physically imposing, that's what Arteta looks for. I think the biggest progress he can make is physically. I think he's going to struggle. Obviously, he's not the finished article because he's not a Portuguese out-and-out international. He's not a household name. So Mikel Arteta and co need to know the man's weaknesses and then take him to the next level. So it is what it is. In that regards, people, one love for you lot being tuned in. Where's my manners? Let me say well, go on to you lot. So yeah, I am very happy with that. Sorry, let me make a timestamp, people, because I don't want to lose that. Vieira confirmed. Again, with a name like Vieira, you've got to be doing all right. Before we get into it, I want to see what you lot are saying. One love Spiller for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Fabio Friday, Filthy Gears is saying ready for some good news today. Vieira, ooh, come on. I don't know about none of that, man. But yeah, big up you, lot. Jungle Jesus, you've been gone for a minute, but big up everyone, man. Matt, appreciate you. I see you. Big up Jess from that runs the She Knows Arsenal channel. Make sure you go and check out her stuff as well. People on her channel. Me and her did a live stream yesterday. Matt, I see you in the cut there as well. Appreciate that. Come on, man. Always had faith, never wavered for a second. Trust me, Charlie. What you thought Edu couldn't do the job? What? I told you it's done Edu until further notice, until I'm on to you. You know what? Someone was making videos saying Edu needs to prove himself in this window. It weren't me though. Big up DG Gassed as well on the signing, like a gold card signing. I can't lie. I'm not expecting fireworks because it's unfair. And you know, the fans that are gassing it and the fans that are acting like experts on the guy are going to turn on him at the first port of call. But I'm happy for the signing because it's the squad. It makes us stronger and things like that. And obviously, let's be honest, the bar's on the floor at Arsenal. Ramsdale just had to show me he could catch a ball. Tommy Asu just had to show me, take nothing away from them, that he could defend. Just based on obviously I've spoken about him before, but just based on compilations, I can't blame people for getting excited because the man consistently wants to pass the ball forward. We used to never have to doubt that, really. Not even an Arsenal fan is still following DG because he's so objective. I appreciate that, my guy. Vieira, you can still see I'm tied to Fabio Silva. Vieira. Apologies. If Tielemans gets signed, got to think XHAKA's gone. Well, I said this on Twitch, and when it comes to XHAKA now, you know, everyone needs to remove their opinions on the man and kind of accept that he's favoured in the club for what he does off the field and the mentality and them things. He's one of the first names on the team sheet. Now, I believe XHAKA isn't a great player, isn't a bad player. It's a squad player. Anytime your team or your midfield is contingent on XHAKA to the point where, let's be real, fans say that he's missing at times, that tells you everything. What I want to see with Arsenal is that we learn from our mistakes, because when you look at it, I think last season we said to XHAKA, you could go to Roma. Maybe something happened with bringing in a midfielder last summer. It didn't bang. We said, you know what, XHAKA, here's a new deal. Give me one more year for what we're trying to do. And then this time next year, you can go if you want to go, sort of thing. And maybe that's what we're going to see. But at the same time, when I look at it objectively, if we just go off what we hear, you know, XHAKA is favoured, the midfield, he's needed in midfield and all of these sort of things. He's 29, not that there's anything wrong with that. And he's got 2 years left on his contracted until 2024. Let's replace these sort of players that need replacing anyways, but let's replace them before they need replacing, really and truly. That's something we need to learn. It could mean that, or it's about time XHAKA had competition. I'm not going to lie, if XHAKA was, you know, if we could get, I'm being greedy, but if we could get Ruiz from Napoli and XHAKA gone, then that's great. But, you know, if XHAKA wants to leave, that's cool. But I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't force XHAKA out the squad. I do think it's a squad game. I do think he could play Europa League. I mean, I think we're overcompensating on this leadership stuff, but if he really is this leader in the team, then I don't think we should get rid of that yet. Like I said, if there's offers, fair play. And I don't think XHAKA should be one of the first names out. I think, you know, whether I'd rather Torreira in the squad than XHAKA based on what their jobs are, even though they're two different midfielders, and I like Torreira a bit more. But Torreira, we got to get something done there. We've got to deal with what's going on with Pepe and Marie and Leno and Maitland-Niles and Nelson. Maybe let's deal with these sort of things and then look to get that done, really. You know, it could mean XHAKA leaving, you know, if Tielemans comes in. I think, as I said, I think Vieira is coming to sit on the bench, initially be a rotation option. Obviously, you want him to come and complicate things, but I think he's more of he has to grow within the squad, and then we can see what he's doing, really. I don't think he's coming to shake up the immediate starting 11 in that. If Tielemans and Jesus sign, they will be. So I do think that, you know, just be honest, with Partey's injury record, there'll probably be a reality where it is Tielemans and Granit Xhaka playing in midfield for some part of the season, really. But I do like our developing midfield options. I still think Martin Odegaard should be developed as an 8 as well. So, yeah. If we sign Tielemans, that was a great segment there. One love, Charlie. You're always here. Come on, Guna. Morning, DG. When I see you get gassed over a player, then I know you have him as quality. I mean, I'm not expecting fireworks, but I like him as a footballer. Does the El Nene contract extension look funny now? Not really, because no, I don't think it does, because El Nene is going to sit down for his 4 or 5 games, be a Europa League chaperone and things like that. You've still got Lokonga who get game time there, and you know you've got to go and get something from that guy. You know, I don't, as we just said, broski. You know, we can't convincingly say XHAKA is going to leave. You hope Tielemans comes in, and as I said, Vieira can play a bunch of roles, and he'll probably sit on the bench. So, you know, I don't think it necessarily looks funny. And obviously, Torreira's bed's been made, innit? It is what it is. XHAKA isn't that guy. He doesn't set an example for the YGs. You man need him gone. I can't lie. I mean, this is what the club say. I do think he's got a good mentality and his relationship with the fans have been all right. But I just feel, yeah, man, beyond being a squad player, you're not, and like S said, unless he's going to do the El Nene thing, it's a myth, innit? But I wouldn't force him out. I'd say to him, you're welcome to explore other options. If offers come in, we'll explore them. You can go for the right price, which, I understand if people want him gone, but I would be saying to Torreira, if I'm Arteta, yo, agent, got to go, Pepe, got to go, and whatnot. It's crazy if Vieira is coming to sit on the bench. He deserves to start for a top club. Too much talent. Talent isn't everything. It's about consistency. He's not coming to want to sit on the bench. I'm just saying, realistically, he's going to initially hold up the bench. Like, he's going to probably be a rotation option squad player. If he can develop past that, why not, man? Lovely questions, people. Keep them coming, man. From France FC to Brazil / Portugal FC. Come on. Had plans to get DG13 on my new home shirt, but Vieira and his number will replace it. Look at this guy, man. Big up DG. Hydrate my man said hydrate, bro. Hydrate my bro. God, Broski. I don't know for Basuma's verdict, bro. You're gonna have to take that with Spurs fans. If he's innocent, then fair play. If he's guilty, then bro, your kneecap should be destroyed, didn't it? You don't condone them sort of acts against women and anyone really and truly. Football should be a myth for you, but that's for them, man, to get done. Yesterday's show with Jess was lit. Enjoyed it. Appreciate that. We're back again in same day, same time in 2 weeks. So yeah, man. Big up, Jess. We got our little show going. Remember when Arteta said we don't have enough players that can play in the pocket, and he said it's time to renew that process. Times when we had Ramsey, Ozil, Cazorla, Wilshere, even Rosicky. Put a bit of respect on Rosicky's name about even Rosicky and slap Ramsey about even Ramsey. But I hear you, man. Naji, I'm always listening at work on my TV when I'm home. My guy, how much have I missed? Not much, man. I'm just taking in you lot's questions. I would like a physically imposing midfielder because obviously, I'm not going to lie, I'm an Arsenal man. If we're going to do this Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Vieira, just all this Teka business is great. But even when we used to do that, there's games we're going to crumble, really and truly. So I'm all for it, but let's see it develop. I can't lie, people. You lot are violating. There's 300 of you locked in. There's still not 100 likes, man. Can we at least get 200 before the end of the live stream? If you're on Twitch and YouTube, please make sure you're taking part in the voting, people. Interactive business and all of those sort of things there, man. So, yeah, I do think when we look at players like XHAKA, El Nene, Arsenal fans will lie, but at a time, Lacazette, I do think there's overcompensating with what they do beyond the pitch and how much of a leader they are in experience. I do think we need to get to a scenario where we start saying to ourselves, are these guys good footballers? Everything is secondary. Because everybody, if we've got rid of all these bad apples now and Arteta's got his squad, surely we shouldn't overcompensate on that. Surely the players that are there should be reflections, good reflections on the younger players, the players that are young in that team, which I don't doubt Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli are good examples for, I don't know, Amari Hutchinson and Patino and all these guys, and even them for even younger. I think we do this thing where we overcompensate, really. Told man Nketiah 14 since like February. Let him grow into it. Hard to believe, but he can grow into such a big number. Pressure though, bro. Yes, DG Vieira is a great signing. One best player at under 21 Euros, and Portuguese league is one of the best leagues in the world at nurturing talent. I mean, these emerging markets is where Arsenal need to target. You look at half the players City have got. Well, I'm gassing about half the players City and Liverpool have got, but it served them two teams well. If I'm completely honest with you. Imagine if we got Ruben Diaz when he was at Benfica or wherever he was at, and all of these sort of things. Kevin De Bruyne was there at Germany. It was there in Germany. Obviously, Liverpool at the time of them buying Mohamed Salah, Firmino, all of these guys, Mane. No one was rating them like that. So it's as long as the IQ and the due diligence has been done, it's calm. Like I said as well, the key thing for me with Fabio, I keep saying Fabio and Fabio Vieira and anyone else, what's their weaknesses are and how you're going to take them to the next level. We can't, every project can't be improved, but there's no point waffling about Saka, Odegaard, Tavares, Lokonga, Fabio, all of these, Martinelli. There's no point talking about their strengths. We know you got strengths. We can talk about them, but your weaknesses is what's going to take you to the next level, and your ability to coach that, really and truly. So let's see what's going on there. Finally caught your live stream. Big up your streams, man. I'm 100% sure we'll get Jesus. I hope so. One love for catching the stream. I hope so, my guy. I don't know, but I hope so. I really do hope so. But South London, come on. So yeah, man. Hopefully we do get that. Big up DG. You need 2 or 3 man. Still, the depth there isn't there yet. Exactly. But I'm just happy that we're aspiring, sorry, to get to that region. I accepted that from XHAKA Emre days. Can't lie. XHAKA is no more than a squad player this season. I hope so, but I don't know, because you got to remember that's Arteta's guy. You know, that is Arteta's done. And to be honest, XHAKA doesn't strike me as someone that's going to run away from competition. You know, we've got to accept as Arsenal fans, rightly or wrongly, even though I hope that Tielemans replaces him, is that XHAKA has a lot of importance at this club. I don't think he's amazing, but I don't think he's bad. Fight for your spot, as simple as that. More games this season, more depth has to come. Exactly that. And obviously 5 subs can help us out again. Pardon me. With the rumours of Jesus, Rafinha, Tielemans and Hickey, does this balance the squad fully? I feel the striker department is still light. You've got Eddie and Jesus in it, really, so that would probably be it. I don't think we're going to probably get Rafinha, if I'm honest with you. I mean, a lot of that, for me anyways, depends on what we do with Pepe. Yeah. Do you think us getting messed about by the Serie A teams puts us off in that market? Maybe, but we went and got Tomiyasu and we might get Aaron Hickey, so it shouldn't put you off anything, really and truly. Fabio Vieira is extremely talented, massive fan of his, wanted him at Madrid, but Perez never gave us what we want. How do people have faith in Arsenal in a transfer window? I don't know, man, but I call it as I see it. And, you know, based on Fabio Vieira, if you get the rest done, then fair play. You know, by all means, we can't sit here and blast the club and hammer the club and say, yo, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And when they actually do something, have problems. One thing I'll give Edu, you know, you've got Fabio Vieira over the line. It seems like we might be progressing with Jesus and Tielemans. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you have heard the Sao Paulo Donny say Edu's trying to build a relationship with us. I hope we can do the same with Porto. What's the other club I'm missing? You heard the Feyenoord brother say that. Again, if we can exploit these emerging markets, not just to get money, I mean, not just to get players, but also to share knowledge, you know, because they have to find players. Maybe we can start loaning players there, developing some first options and all of these sort of things. This is things I wanted to see from Edu and Co. And again, if I'm going to be, or you're going to be very vocal in getting onto the club about these things, then you have to give them credit where due. I'm not saying that we completely flip the script and now we're all, you know, it's done Edu and stuff. No, he's still got a lot to do in his role. We still need to, as I said at the start, I don't expect him to do everything, but you need to get certain contracts, specifically Martinelli, Saliba, and Saka going in terms of a renewal. I'm not expecting you to sell everybody, but you need to get some players off the books, or we need to make some progress in that. I'm not expecting you to bring people in, but you will know the areas that we probably need to bring in. You know, again, we'd all love a left back, probably a right back. I would love if you could a sort of squad centre back to replace Holding. You know, I want another midfielder if we could do it and get rid of some, but we probably need minimum a striker and a midfielder to really improve the 11 beyond the obvious people. So, yeah, man, you have to call it how you see it. Edu starting to work. I'll give him that. You know, I'll give a man credit where due, really. Sorry, man, your question came off screen. Big up Connor. Close to 500, well, close to 600 now if you locked in. Hit the like button. Morning, DG. Glad I can finally catch the stream. Who would you prefer to sign next, Tielemans or Jesus? Obviously, Arteta really wants Jesus, so I would say the 9 first and get clubs taking us seriously. I would say get Jesus done because obviously I think Tielemans might be interested in other clubs, but it doesn't appear that Tielemans is in as hot demand as Jesus. You know, again, you get the Jesus one. It seems like, again, I don't work for the club. I'm not an agent or anything, so I'm wary of these terms. But it just feels like we have a quote-unquote free hit at Yuri Tielemans. So I would be screaming, get the Jesus one done. And then it seems like Tielemans is something that can be done as well, if I'm honest with you. One love for everyone watching the ads, people, especially on Twitch. Appreciative of that. If you've hit the like button, God bless you. At 151 likes, can we begin our assault to 200? One love, people. Opinions, keep them coming. We'll look at the transfer news in a bit, but I like to warm up, man. I can't lie. I prefer to just talk with you lot than actually look at transfer rumors and all those things. And then they coming off the bench every game, guaranteed with 5 subs. But I swear you have to bandulu the 5 subs. You can't just run 5 subs. You have to do it in a way. I think you got 3 chances, excluding the concussion. With Lazio wanting Torreira, could we possibly look at a cash plus player deal for Milinkovic Savic? Would depend on multiple people, but be nice. Suppose XHAKA would need to leave also. Dan, if it could be done, why not? You know, if there's any way of doing that, maybe XHAKA, you could get your wish going to Italy. Swear, my geography is wrong, but I swear Lazio is a Rome-based club, like they're in Rome as well. So you would get your wish, really. I'd love to replace XHAKA with Fabian Ruiz, if I'm honest with you, man. We have so many fringe players. We need suitors as soon as possible. Hector, Maitland-Niles, Marie, Leno, Pepe, Torreira. That's an easy 100 million, if we're being honest. Arsenal tax. You know, a couple of them in Marie and Pepe are on at least another 2 years on a contract and probably on more than they're going to earn elsewhere. So I hear you, but I can't really see it. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we could have got 20 from Wolves or Everton once upon a time. Now you're hearing that it's an £8 million thing to Nottingham Forest. Bellerin, I think we'll get a similar sort of fee just because of the wages and everything there. We could have sold him to Barcelona time ago and got peace. Sometimes when we get offers, we need to learn as a club to just bite the bullet, pause and just sell the dons like we kind of did with Joe Willock. So I don't think we're going to get 100 based on them names there. Marie, I can't see that. Leno, a year left on his deal. I can't see that. Pepe, I honestly think unless you're selling him for 10, 15, maybe even 20 million, that will be owed to you across 50 years. It's probably realistic for a dry loan or a loan with an option to buy, my bro. So I don't quite think that's going to bring us 100 M still. And plus you've also got to discount the fact of we're not the best hustlers in the market. We've got to be real. Maybe some other clubs would have done a Mazzolini, but yeah, man, I don't quite think that's the case, man. It's Friday. Allow me. Why not, man? Why not? It'd be nice, man. Can't believe you let Guendouzi go for 10 million. That's shocking. Last summer we got horny in it. We got horny that we're gonna get a guaranteed fee. We probably sat there and said this time next year, which is now, we'd have got 15 for Torreira, which is a low ball. We'd have got whatever for Mavropanos and whatever for Guendouzi. And our loss is Marseille's gain. They're going to sell him in a couple of years, either to a bigger French team. He might even return to PSG one day or to another market for a profit. And 100%. Blessings, Mac, and everyone else tuned in. Morning, DG. Hope you're well, my guy. A solid behind the scenes signing. I like it. Club needs to keep the cards close to the vest. I mean, by Arsenal standards, trust. When you look at even Torreira, Gabriel off the top of my head, current day Yuri Tielemans, and obviously Jesus. They're always long, dragged out dramas, really, if I'm honest with you. 178 likes. So it's nice to see that. Well, nobody, unless I don't know how they did it. That was kept seriously under wraps. Unless you was in the know, it wouldn't have been a Mazza. Arsenal don't pay 35 million for a player to warm the bench. He will play. We paid 72 million for someone to warm the bench. And I didn't say he wouldn't play. I'm just saying he'll initially be a rotation option. I don't think he's going to be a star. Of course, I don't want him to have that mentality. But do I see him initially taking Odegaard's place? Nope. Do I see him playing on the left or the right? Nope. Do I necessarily see him playing in a pivot next to Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, or potentially Tielemans in the early days of the season? So that's the conclusion we're drawing. Really and truly. And it's a rotation option. Even if you didn't, bro, only 11 players can play. 11 players can start a match, really. So you're going to have some give and take in that regards, really. Vieira needs to hit the weights and he'll be fine. As for XHAKA, you need the cat. His experience is always helpful in strictly certain games. People need to stop with the he deserves. The only players who deserve anything are Messi and Ronaldo. They've earned it. Nah, DJ, I respect Rositzky's class. I hear you. Looking for a left back. Apparently, I'm still hoping Zinchenko is in play for us. Would love him in the squad. Top quality. A winner can take care of his own business in more than one position. Trust, and that would fill me with a lot of confidence. If a mad thing happens to Tierney, it's another Don that can play in midfield. One has to wonder with the pathways for the young players now, if I'm honest. Arsenal want 40 million euros for Tavares. We're going to speak about that, but I personally think that's pricing him out of a move because they don't want to sell him permanently yet. Big up DG. The competition in midfield would be welcome. If we can get Jesus and Osman, it would be dope. XHAKA is a very neat player in the right system and under the right manager. Arsenal made him look like a bum. Lovely left foot. I mean, he's had 3 different managers. He's had better seasons than some. 3 managers saying the same thing. I think you've got to ask yourself that. I just think the problem with XHAKA is we've bought someone that should be a squad player and we've made him a first team regular. And it's not just him. We've done that with several players. Which players do you think have to contribute more with goals? I think Odegaard, because you got 7 in the league. I think you can get 10 and 10 goals, 10 assists. I'd say Martinelli, you got 6 in the league. You can therefore get 10. Saka, Smith Rowe, you have to keep going. Fabio Vieira, obviously you have to discount according to how much he plays, but you strike me as someone that can operate in the final third and do a thing. obviously Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus. I mean, Eddie Nketiah, if you're the second choice striker, I'm only asking you for 10 league goals. Obviously, I want more, but if you're the second striker, Jesus, if you're the first choice striker, then for me, you need to. I'm saying 20, but as you lot said a few streams ago, just in general of these new age strikers, that's a bit harsh. So I'm now saying 15 to 20 league goals. You know, that's the only way we're going to get closer to what Mikel Arteta said, in that we need to be a team that can score 90, 80, 90, 100 goals. Really, you just got to look at those above us. We've got to chase the difference. We're going to get nowhere. I'm not saying we're going to score more goals than Liverpool and City. Hell no. Them man scored bare goals on the best of days, and they just broke the bank, both of them, for two strikers. But if we look at what they've got and what we don't have in several aspects, you know, game management, etc., they score goals. We need to get there. You know, Spurs have Son and Kane. We need to have them sort of things there where we can have confirmed goals. You know, we might finish fifth for clean sheets, but we're not exactly a good defensive side. We don't necessarily look like a team we can score goals, but I can't convincingly say we're going to score goals. You're in a dangerous scenario. So, you know, hopefully we can do that. And where Fabio Vieira is concerned, he could take set pieces. And one big point of last season was we was improving in that aspect. So hopefully there's stuff to be done there, really and truly. Do our midfielders need to score more goals? Sorry if you're making a timestamp there. Great questions, man. Great question. All right, do you know what? Yeah, let's make a rule. We're at 207 likes, right? This is ambitious as hell. Yeah, this is this is a very, very ambitious one. Yeah, but we're at 207 likes on YouTube, right? Big up the Twitch gang. We start talking about the transfers and going through the tabloids when we get to 300. So the quicker we get to 300, the quicker we get into that. One love to everyone locked in. What league should Patino get on loan to? I mean, he could go on loan in England, but I think when you look at Mason Mount at Vitesse, what's that brother that's at Norwich? He people used to gas him, and some Arsenal fans wanted him. He's blonde, man. He's technical still. And what's his name? I think his stock's kind of fallen. What's his name? Todd Cantwell, that's his name. Sometimes I wonder, is it best to send the technical ballers to a technical league where it's not really a physical thing, it's more about playing ball sort of thing. And then once he does that little apprenticeship, and he's got a bit more experience, then sending him somewhere. But I think, as Arteta said, I think Patino's one of them where you slow cook. I think he can stay in and around the first team. I think he's one. I'd review the situation in January. If I was someone close to Amari Hutchinson, Kiddo Taylor-Hart, Miguel Aziz, you know, Brooke Norton-Cuffy, Mika Beref, and these sort of dons now, I'm screaming go out on loan, because you lot have left 23's level. You're not learning nothing there. You're bullying it. You lot need to be outside of your comfort zone. So, yeah, Patino, it can do all of that, but I'm just saying, I think I can't explain it, but he's someone I would keep around the first team. I think the others as well. Like, I'd love to keep Amari Hutchinson in and around the first team, but it's worth going and playing games. I mean, you can't say Arteta hasn't improved players when Saka and Smith Rowe have dropped their first 10-goal double-figure seasons in the league. I actually think he's made Pepe a bit more rounded. You know, he had XHAKA playing more as an advancing 8. He had Partey playing as a decent number 6. You know, I'm not going to sit here and cap, really. Do I think Arteta has improved people significantly? You know, do I think he should improve people a bit more? Odegaard, people were chatting shit. He's doing the thing now. Martinelli actually had him playing well on the right-hand side when people are capping. I do think there's been several improvements. Have the improvements been quick enough, been there enough, been to the level we need? There are all other things there, but you can't keep moving the goalposts with what you're saying. You know, you can't. If okay, you've had Arteta, Arteta, who's actually made no qualms about using him. You've had Emre and you've had Wenger. There's got to be some ability in Granit Xhaka because they've all used him, but. You know, there's 3 different gaffers. We're all saying the same thing. You speak to 10 Arsenal fans about Granit Xhaka, you're having 10 varied opinions. So we can keep debating about the system. And even on the system thing, is Xhaka good enough for Arsenal Football Club to tailor their system around that? Is he going to be that physical prospect in midfield? Is he going to give you that attacking sort of impetus and dominate the game and allow your attackers to thrive? No. He's 5s and 6s max out of 10 at most things. Do I think Xhaka is scapegoated? Do I think people overestimate his mistakes and his cards and his discipline and things? Of course, but what we're not going to do is be Xhaka sexuals. We're not going to be Xhaka haters and act like he's shit. We're not going to act like he's amazing. It's a mixed bag, really and truly. So that's my thoughts still. Big up you lot, man. You lot in top form as you always are, man. And it's always appreciated. I always struggle with that word. 242 likes there. What else are you lot saying, man? I'm still dreaming about Gnabry Trust, but the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. Heard on the stream, the Porto coach is a hard-nosed individual, so I imagine discipline is a character Fabio has. I hope so. I mean, hopefully we've done our background tracks. Vieira on the back of the shirt now. Get your own name, man. Donadu going to get 40 million for Tavares. DG, if we get Jesus and Osimhen, I think it's game over. We might win the World Cup. No, but what if Jesus is bought as a forward? Because if we was chasing Vlahovic and Isaac, it shows we wanted a target man. I hear that, but would you say Isaac is really a target man like that? I know he's tall and skinny and gangly and things, but would you really say he's a target man per se? I believe XHAKA will be a starter next season. We should go for Jesus ASAP before other clubs miss out on their targets and go for him. Large up yourself, members like Ricks. If Arsenal finish 5th plus FA Cup, is that a failure this season? Yeah. Domestically, yeah, because we're not in the Champions League, we're not in the Champions League. I mean, anytime you win a trophy, that's amazing. But yeah, it would be. We need a statement signing, but that is very unlikely. It's true. And as much as I want a statement signing, I can't lie, I want competent individuals. I know it's not sexy. I know it's not flashy to just buy the right things, especially in England and English fans or fans that support clubs that are playing in England. The solution was always buy players. But sometimes you need to do the non-glamorous things. Pause. I wouldn't say Mane, Salah in particular. I always use Liverpool as examples, were sexy signings. Van Dijk they spent a lot of money. I wouldn't even say that was a sexy signing. People were saying it's a waste of money and that. So as much as I want the gassers and stuff and want to get excited, like when I'm seeing what other clubs are doing, we need to sign the right dons really and truly. That's what scares me about United. I can see Ten Hag signing guys that people might not go, ooh, wow, and that, but they're going to get, they're going to know how to play ball. And that's what I want to see with Mikel. Would you go for Zinchenko or Hickey? Zinchenko would be more versatile since he can play left back and centre mid, so he can cover Partey too. I mean, I really like Aaron Hickey, man. So I would say him, but it probably would be wiser at this moment in time on, what's the date today? On the 17th of June to probably sign Zinchenko, but I'd rather another flying Scotsman. We don't need Rafinha. Isn't that the player we need? We don't need Rafinha. Isn't the player we need? We need a similar type for Saka winger. I don't agree with that. I mean, come on now. Rafinha can score goals. If you sign a Gabriel Jesus and Rafinha, I'm cool with that. Arsenal is a club with decent players, but I would love to see the club get some quality players in. We'd all would as well. Hi, DG. I think Arteta is seriously considering Martinelli through the middle. I'm here for Project Martinelli through the middle, really. I don't know how feasible it is with Gabriel Jesus, with Eddie Nketiah allegedly signing a new deal, and obviously that. I didn't pay attention at the time, but months ago they said about building relations with Watford too. I mean, this is what we need. Some need to move on from their own preconceived notion of how Arsenal should always do things. Change takes time, and the club is doing a better job than they have in the past, still moving players out. I would love to see Jesus through the middle. I mean, if he's not going to play through the middle, there's issues. Jesus signing of the season. I'm not sure for that. After this, would love to see someone up top who's at least 6 foot something. I mean, that would be the cherry on top of the cake if we could get someone that could either hold up the ball or is a problem in aerial situations. 266, we're moving closer to 300. We're close, but we're not there yet. People, over 500 people watching. Get the likes up for my guy. I appreciate that. Can chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. No reason Tielemans and Jesus can't be done simultaneously. Trust. But at the same time, you can only, as much as there's a team, you could only be in one place at one time, really. And other clubs might want to move closer than others. So there's a lot of moving parts. Shout the members. Make sure you become a YouTube member. Shout the Twitch gang for subscribing via Amazon Prime. Would love to see Ruiz in an Arsenal shirt this season. Same, but it looks like it might be a City thing. If the Jesus deal goes south, which players do you think we should sign? Throw the bag on Osimhen or Tammy Abraham, because it seems like Arteta really likes Tammy Abraham. Whether you like him or I like him, if he is convinced on his abilities, he should work out all right. I mean, you can bring Milinkovic-Savic, but yeah, man. Oh my, yeah, idiot. Richarlison is the one. I can't see Jesus as the 9 we need. I think that's a bit harsh, really. How many goals has Richarlison got? Even though Jesus isn't really much of a goal scorer. In fact, let me see. I mean, Richarlison's a battering ram. He's a see you next Tuesday sort of guy. You know, he's a rattle merchant, as you see with his Twitter handles. That's why I think Spurs fans would love him, and I would love him too. He's contracted until 2024. He's 25 years of age. To be fair, 10 goals and 5 assists in 15 appearances last year. That's all right. We can fuck with that. 53 goals in 152 and 14 assists. Sorry, let's do that again. 152 appearances for Everton, 53 goals and 14 assists. In the Premier League, he's got 48 goals, including his time at Watford in 173 and 18 assists to accompany that. For Brazil, 14 goals in 36. I hear that. You know, but Richarlison, I would love him at the Emirates, really, to be fair with you, but it seems like he will be coming to North London. He just won't be signing for Arsenal Football Club. And then, you know, you look at Gabriel Jesus, who doesn't have the target man thing about him, but I think he fits the system based on a systems-based striker of what Mikel Arteta wants more. You know, I can't lie, Richarlison looks way older than you, but you're also 25, 28 appearances, 8 goals, 9 assists. To be fair, you got a point. 58 goals in 159. To be fair, it's tomato with them. They're both the same sort of Donny, really and truly, man. So you're right, man. I really don't understand why we want Tielemans so much. He's slow and small paws, just like XHAKA. I don't think XHAKA is small, and I don't think Tielemans is that. I would say Tielemans does look like he runs out of gas late on in the second half, and I do think he's better defensively and in terms of pressing paws than people give him credit for. But defensively, you know, there's been times he's given away the ball like Spurs, times he's given away unneeded penalties, times he switches off. Like for me, come the hour mark, he looks a bit knackered, but boy, bring that to the carpet, man. Eddie getting number 14. I don't know about that. Twitter Arsenal fans are the worst. Oh, it's false positive FCs. 268 likes. Bro, we're not getting into any of the transfer news until you lot pattern that. Richarlison is overrated as hell. I have to replace that word. I am glad we are not going for him. Jesus Vieira Tielemans is a great window. Who actually cares about fees? I hear that, Shakib, you know, from someone who spent 80 million on Maguire. Eddie Nketiah on 100k per week and 14 shirt is a disgrace. I like him, but that's stupid. I'll never hate on a young IC3 getting paid, getting money, living the dream that we all wanted to do, being Thierry Henry as Arsenal fans. I don't think it's 100k base salary. There has to be a lot of variables within that. But yeah, man, I could understand why some might be frustrated. Chris, where you been? You've been missing. DG Jesus will be a good signing. Hope you're doing well, Chris. But we 100% need another striker. I just don't see us signing 2 this summer. I personally think, you know, we might not even sign another striker or another winger. The only way we might do that is if Pepe cuts. I think with Eddie staying, I think that's that. You know, we're going to do that. Martinelli might play up front. You know, we also got a discount. There's Dons that can play as a false 9 at Arsenal now, per se, that Arteta on occasions experimented with. So, yeah, man, I think we're more likely or you're more hopeful to grab a winger or something than anything like that, if I'm completely honest with you. But I think we might not even do that, really. So we'll have to see how it develops, man. Good opinions. Why did it go all the way down? Sorry, people, I'm missing hella comments. Statement signing and Nkunku loading. False 9 business, I hear it. Hey, DG, what do you make of XHAKA with the arrival of Vieira and possible Tielemans? I mean, there's competition in it. Hopefully, I'd like to see Tielemans play a lot more. I hope that Tielemans and Partey. But I do think we're probably going to see a lot of XHAKA and Tielemans together. Man said Peter Crouch. I'm not DG until we sign a good striker and a defensive midfield player. I don't think we're getting a midfielder there still. Tielemans, get that geezer signed up. You're right. DG, what's your choice if you could make out of these options? Jesus and Rafinha or Jesus and Osimhen? You're a bad guy, you know. You're a bad guy because Osimhen's my guy. That would gas me if we signed Osimhen with Jesus to go with what we've done or trying to do. But then again, I'm on the Rafinha hype still. I can't lie. I think Saka would get competition and be able to be rested properly. We'd have some good wide options. I'm going to say Jesus and Rafinha at this moment in time. But, you know, don't quote me. I'm going to probably flip the script if you ask me that later. Pardon me. Let's get to 600 people. Let's do it. I hear the optimism. We need Tielemans. Pardon me. Sorry, but not hiccups. We need Tielemans. Rafinha, Jesus, Zinchenko, now Vieira, then we are good to go, provided that Saliba stays. I hear that. If we get Tielemans, does XHAKA get dropped? I don't think initially. Mate, listen, we now have depth now with Rafinha, Tielemans, Jesus. I hear you, Jay, But them three have not signed for us yet. So let's just bear that in mind a bit. They ain't signed yet. Don't forget we have XHAKA, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. We have a good squad if we can complete all these signings. Trust. And it could get better. That's the great thing. Sick and tired of finishing behind them idiots up the road from us. That needs to change. I hear that. And, you know, again, it sucks for me because I live closer to the Spurs ground than I do ours. So, yeah, man, I definitely don't like to see that, man. My neighbor's a Spurs fan as well. He's chatting shit to me yesterday as well. What do you like about Aaron Hickey? I think he's got to improve a lot. He's not the way there, but I think for a young man, he's quite calm on the ball. He's quite calm defensively. He doesn't get a head loss. He's decent going forward. He can play on the right-hand side. I like him a lot, man. You know, some Scottish blogs that I read and Scottish individuals say they reckon he could have a future in midfield. Now, I can see where that angle comes from, but I don't know enough about him for that. But from what I've seen, and I've done a video on the guy before, I wanted him when he was at Hearts, bro. I think he might get collapsed in the Prem 1-2 times, but I think he would be a good addition. And respectfully, you know, big up Tavares. I don't want to make it adapting, but yeah, man, I think he's better. He's more competent than him. 50 more likes till we start talking about that. Is that drifts out wide and he's also overrated? I mean, we'd love Benzema, but that's a myth. Yeah, I think Arsenal are pricing Tavares out of a move, DS, really. Yes, DG, I just tuned in. I agree. I'm expecting between 15 and 20 goals from Jesus. I fear for Lukonga. I don't fear for Lukonga. Pepe is more rounded. He's still shit, but Pepe is more rounded, you know. You can't sit here and cap. Pepe has improved defensively under Mikel Arteta. Pepe's whole actions over the 90 minutes has improved. He hasn't, there's still a problem. You know, he used to just be flashing the pan. He'll be missing for 89 minutes and then do a madness. You know, it's crazy, but listen to what I'm actually saying. I don't know about you, but I watch typically every game flipping twice. I waffle about Arsenal day in, day out. So when I'm saying something, I'm not talking out my Arsenal blowing smoke out of it like you're referring to now. If you're watching Pepe, there's that. In fact, saying that when he's come off the bench, he's looked class. So, yeah, a promise is a promise, though, people. Obviously, I think we've got 342 in terms of likes. Can we get to 400? So, with that, promise is a promise. Let's crack on with some transfer news, people. Keep your opinions coming and things like that. I will circle back around for them, people. Don't forget, you know, I prefer listening to what you have to say more than reading through all of these things. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Scotland and Brazil FC loading. I hear that. I don't think we're going to get that Molina, brother. And to be fair with you, I do want a right back, but I just feel if it came to it, I'd rather sign Aaron Hickey at left back. Not that I'm a fan of seeing Cedric or want Cedric. I just feel Ben White's able to play right back. So I'd rather, you know, Ben White just maybe if Tomiyasu is not fit, we could get away with that one, really and truly. Jesus and Eddie is not good enough at all. 500 likes needed. Get onto them, broski. So yeah, man, let's make a timestamp and crack on with this transfer business. So yeah. Fabio Silva, Gabriel Jesus, Yuri Tielemans seem to be the flavor of the month, really. So it is what it is. 5 subs will be vital, broski, Michael. You're right. But cracking on with the transfer business, people, as we know, and you've probably seen, and we're probably tired of speaking about it. Fabio Vieira to Arsenal is all but done. We're probably just awaiting official. I keep saying Silva by mistake, bro. Fabio Vieira. So, yeah, it seems like it's done, innit? Fabrizio Romano has just echoed what Porto have said. Official, confirmed. Arsenal have signed Fabio Vieira from FC Porto on a permanent deal, the Portuguese club announces. And if you can understand Portuguese, you can see that there. The deal has been complete for an amount of 40 million euros. And of these, 5 million are dependent on achievements of sporting objectives. So make of that what you will. Again, this echoes it. Arsenal to sign Porto attacking midfielder Fabio Vieira for an initial 30 million. As you know, he's due to have a medical on Friday, which is today. He's flown to London yesterday and he got 6 goals and 14. He scored 6 and assisted 14 goals in the league last season. So is what it is. Where we've made an offer of 30 million plus add-ons. He's had his medical. We bought him for below his release clause. So we'll see how that one develops, people, really and truly. And you know, we're probably just awaiting official confirmation now, really. He's poised to sign a 5-year deal. So there you have it where he's concerned. Again, just really confirming things. You know, he was in London last night, which would have been tonight, yesterday. Medical was scheduled for tomorrow morning, which is today. So he's probably done it. He's understood to have accepted Arsenal's proposal immediately. He's more than happy for his chance. And obviously paperwork was being prepared, people. Good news is allegedly Fabio Vieira's signing doesn't impact Arsenal's pursuit of Yuri Tielemans. The club still see Tielemans as a top priority and remain confident Arsenal still move for Yuri Tielemans despite wrapping up deal for Fabio Vieira, who will undergo medical today. So yeah, Fabio Vieira will probably be our third signing of the summer. It's not exactly true, is it? Because we've got Marquinhos, Tusty, and obviously Turner. So he's our fourth signing, really. But out of the 30 dons, yeah, you get the point. So yeah, it is what it is. Arsenal will also step up their pursuit of Tielemans despite the arrival of Vieira. Tielemans has a year left on his deal. He's expressed the desire to not only leave Leicester but play Champions League football. But Arsenal are still said to be confident of agreeing a deal for the player. He plays in a deeper role than Vieira, who predominantly took up an 8 or a 10 role for Porto people. Arsenal expect to conclude a £25 million deal with Tielemans' international commitments with Belgium now over for the summer. And we have been in talks with the former Monaco man since January and in pole position to sign a player who's also been on the radar of the likes of Liverpool and Tottenham allegedly. And we actually heard last summer we tried to talk. Maybe XHAKA, they're not going to Roma, had a domino effect, or he would have been here already. So yeah, moving away from that, in terms of Eddie Nketiah's new deal never been in doubt. Arsenal are just waiting for Eddie to sign in the coming days, but there's no issue or problem. Long-term deal will be announced soon, matter of time. We know he was offered a deal. There's rumors he is going to be our new number 14. And I'm happy to see the development of Eddie. Hopefully you've arrived now and you can show that you're a squad player and things like that and can be utilized, people, in some degree. Eddie Nketiah is staying at Arsenal after agreeing a new long-term contract with the club. His previous deal expired at the end of the season, and he has been subject to interest from abroad and also Crystal Palace. However, he has now agreed terms on a new contract at Arsenal and committed his future. The Standard Sport understands Nketiah has agreed to sign a new long-term deal that should he stay to the end of it, takes his time at Arsenal to over 10 years. The 23-year-old joined us in 2015 after leaving Chelsea. So it is what it is, people. And Arteta previously said he doesn't give us anything else than the best every single day. The way he trains, the way he wants to improve, the attention that he pays, how he behaves when he plays, when he doesn't play. He's just a phenomenal player, and he has shown, not to me, I think to the whole team. That's why he's so respected in the dressing room, the type of person he is. Shout out to Eddie Nketiah in that regards, people. Once again, I'm not going to read the same things, but Arsenal still will pursue Yuri Tielemans despite agreeing a deal for Fabio Vieira, according to reports, people. Arsenal are still in talks to sign Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City. Arsenal are one of a number of clubs interested in Gabriel Jesus, who is believed to be valued at 50 million. He scored 13 goals last season and got 12 assists in 28. DG, some transfers take months, so Arsenal been talking to Vieira for a long time. So who knows, Arsenal may actually be going to sign Lewandowski. I hope so. I share your optimism, really. But yeah, Arsenal are still in talks with Jesus. They don't want to lose him, but they understand his desire to get regular football, and they've brought in 2 strikers. Arsenal are a number of clubs interested in Jesus, who is believed to be valued by City at 50 million. So yeah, 50 million for a player with a year left on his deal is brazy, people. That just echoes where it is. And then obviously there was talk of his family flying in, his agents flying in. So we're going to see acceleration in that regard. Google Translate, you're going to help me out? I don't understand Portuguese, and that the amount of Portuguese and Brazilian dons, we all might as well learn Portuguese, really. Arsenal plans deal with City and stays close to Jesus. Proposal of around 58 million euros by Brazilian leaves business close to being concluded. Arsenal have forwarded a deal with Manchester City and are close to signing Gabriel Jesus. The 25-year-old striker is expected to define his fate by the end of the week, which is today. The offer of the London team is around 58 million euros, according to the euros, sorry. According to the newspaper The Times and broadcaster Sky Sports, confirmed by information obtained by this. Talks take place on a daily basis, and the deal moves forward after Arsenal reached Manchester City's transfer value. The Gunners expressed interest in the Brazilian 2 months ago and have since been favourites to sign the former Palmeiras man. He has a year left on his deal. He was considering a transfer even before Haaland arrived. Chelsea and Spurs are also said to want the Brazilian, but at the moment they would only move if the negotiation with Arsenal is not concluded. With Arsenal, he would arrive as the main signing, could act as a striker and should have more minutes and play a lot more going into the World Cup. And obviously, this article speaks about how he's worked with Arteta prior. Real Madrid were an obstacle, but due to EU registration issues, that wasn't a thing. There was rumours around Juventus coming into the key of it. DG, would you take Lukaku if we could get him for 60 million? Nope, you can't. No. If Lukaku's not scoring goals, he's shite. And yeah, man, bro, you can't be signing Fabio Vieira, have Odegaard, have Saka, have Martinelli, have Smith Rowe, have Tielemans, have all these technical ballers, and then my man's on this banana foot thing. That's dead. But anyways, shout out to Gabriel Jesus. This article just kind of confirming what we know. Breaking up stuff. Torreira apparently is drawing interest from Lazio, and it was Rome one day, Lazio the other. So you've clearly got admirers still in Italy. You need to sort it out, mate. You know, again, his dream move. I don't want to say dream move. I'm capping a bit. His move to Fiorentina did not bang. Torreira is looking for a new accommodation after sinking the deal with Fiorentina. He has a year left with Arsenal. He would like to stay in Italy, and they're not ruling out surprise destinations. He's been linked with Lazio. Hopefully Arsenal can, you know, get some players gone, and then maybe we can bring some more dons in. Another Gab Jesus report, people. Again, I'm just making sure we're covering everything. Arsenal reconnect with Gabriel Jesus and try to deal with City. This was yesterday, people. The Gunners were the only ones to formalize a proposal for the Brazilian striker. Offer is 50 million euros. Arsenal reconnected with Gabriel Jesus on the bull market. The proposal of 50 million euros is the only one made by the athlete so far and can be accepted by City. There's pressure from the player staff for the deal to have a positive outcome. The Gunners have resumed talks for the player in recent days and kept the offer made even before the end of the English season. The idea is that the striker is the main reinforcement of the current transfer window. He would be the most expensive name in the market. Jesus' idea was to prioritize teams that compete in the Champions League. Atletico and Juventus showed interest. However, there was no similar offer to Arsenal's. The only formal proposal came from the club that Nketiah is in charge of. So, much like Tielemans, for his part, Jesus has already. The player is now trying to get City and manager Pep to agree to the transaction. So I believe that's that. I'm getting bored of talking about Jesus, but we're getting there, people. You know, we're getting there. Multiple sources seem to be confirming it, but it's not over until he's holding the shirt and the fat lady sings. Arsenal closing in on Gabriel Jesus transfer from City. Multiple sources. We have stepped up our pursuit of the Brazilian Gabriel Jesus, and we're confident a deal can be done, according to the ESPN people. And we're the clear front runners. We already said that it's a £50 million region. Arsenal are currently working on the structure of the deal with a set transfer fee and bonuses that would satisfy the Premier League champions. A first offer of 30 million was rejected, but Arsenal will now submit an improved offer. So 1 minute there's an offer on the table, then we're offering another one. He's got a year left on his deal. We know all of this stuff. We know all about Jesus and things like that. So that is the end of Gabriel Jesus. Now, Atalanta are drawing interest in Nuno Tavares. I think Tavares needs to go and play. I think Gasperini would have him as a baller. I've got two reports here. One says we're asking for 34 million for Nuno Tavares, people. And we spoke about that in another article on Twitch. To me, I read that as Arsenal are pricing him out of a move. They don't want to sell him. Or if they sell him, they want it to be worthwhile. Or they want it to be a dry loan, which could be. You know, maybe Nuno Tavares is one of them. You loan out for a couple of years, you turn that 8 million into 20 and you keep it moving. Obviously, let him go out on loan and see if he develops. If not, keep it moving. Atalanta has set its sights on Nuno Tavares. I mean, could we offer Tavares on loan to Bologna? I'd prefer him to play in the Prem on loan, but could you offer him to Bologna in a Hickey deal? However, the request of the Gunners, who focus heavily on the player, does not meet the will of the, I guess, Atalanta. Dry loan or a right of redemption to 40 million. For someone that's only played 20 odd times for Arsenal, that would be quite the jug finesse. So I'm here for it. Don't get it twisted, but you know it would have to be. You'd have to do a lot to get that one over the line, really. So that's Nuno. Arsenal put lofty price tag on Nuno Tavares. Atalanta are interested in Arsenal's Nuno Tavares, but the Gunners have a high asking price for the defender. They're interested, people. Arsenal would like an initial dry loan or a fee of about 40 million for a permanent transfer after the loan deal ends. He arrived last summer, played 28 times in all comps, got 2 assists and a goal. You know, it's not the first player Lazio, an Italian team has been linked with. You know, Lazio were previously linked with him in the past. And whatnot. And obviously you've got him and Torreira. Could you sell them to the Serie A market or offer them in potential make weights? I don't know. From one left back to another, apparently Aaron Hickey's deal is moving that much closer, people. It's not over to the fat lady sings, but Arsenal closing on £18 million Aaron Hickey as ex-Heart star nominated for prestigious Golden Boy Award, people. It's brazy, man. Man subbed and still getting ads. It's a brazy one. Don't worry, it'll be fixed by tomorrow, man, as I've discussed. But yeah, it seems that we could be making progress. Arsenal will have to pay upwards of 18 million to sign Aaron Hickey, and that kind of kind of goes on what we're hearing as well about we're making progress in that regards. In fact, on that, I think there is actually an updated article on Aaron Hickey as well, people. Let me change. Sorry, I'm just looking for one. Where is it? We had another one. What's this? Here we go. So that's that with Aaron Hickey. But from one to another, it seems like they're still trying to do the bidding war thing. London derby for Aaron Hickey. Brentford have made an offer of 11 million for him, people, while offering a percentage of a future transfer. But apparently, reports that Arsenal are prepared to pay 20 million euros to sign the player. So hopefully that one there gets over the line and we're able to find a resolution in that regard. Smash the like button. Can we get to 500 people? So hopefully we can get Aaron Hickey over the line. Arsenal have made first move to sign very aggressive centre-back. He's nicknamed the Butcher. I can't lie, Martinez would be decent. Again, he's different to what we have. He can play ball. He's got a wonderful left foot. I think that's why Arsenal have been linked with him, because he's a left-footed centre-half that can play a couple of other roles. He's aggressive. He's passionate. He can play a pass. You know, he's a bit different to what we have in that he understands the art of defending. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say Ben White's a great defender. He's great on the ball. Gabriel is an aggressive defender, but he's not a great defender, even though I really rate him. Saliba, you know, is a quality one, but he's more gracious. I don't really agree with this or see where it's coming from. You know, it is what it is. To be fair, replacing Tavares is almost replacing Tini. I don't understand what you said there, but shout out to you, my guy. Arsenal have inquired about Lisandro Martinez of Ajax as they look to see if they can bolster their back line this summer. Again, we know we want a centre-back, allegedly a left-sided one, so maybe that's where it's come from. He is left-footed, which makes him appealing. But we've just spent 50 million on Ben White. You've got Saliba coming back, especially with a new deal. You've got Gabriel, who you've convinced to stay and allegedly is in line of a new deal. You saw PSG linked with him. Juventus are onto him. Surely it doesn't make sense. I know he can play in a couple of roles. I know he can play in midfield. Can he do a job at fullback? It surely doesn't make sense. 24 years of age as well, so kind of fits in with what we've got going. But it doesn't seem like there's anything tangible here, really and truly. And Ajax aren't going to let him go cheaply as well, especially not to a British club. So make of that what you will. I'm not too sure of that. Close to 1,000 people locked in. I can't lie. The engagement levels have been crazy in the last 2 days. So it is what it is. You know, so, in short, Nketiah getting his new deal. Fabio Vieira moving closer. Nuno Tavares, we've quoted a mad thing. We're still pursuing Gabriel Jesus and Tielemans. And hopefully, you know, Aaron Hickey gets over the line and there's other things. 421 likes. Can we get to 500 people? Very appreciative of you lot. So, yeah, that's that. We've already seen that Arsenal demand a 34 million option to buy clause inserted in the deal for Nuno Tavares. What about obligation? And we spoke about this on Twitch, but a Brazilian journalist involved with the Brazil national team said Jesus is on his way to Arsenal no more. Once again, Fabio Vieira won under-21 European Championship Player of the Tournament last year. Make of that what you will. Reiterating, Arsenal are in advanced talks with Youri Tielemans and his reps are hopeful to be able to seal a deal in the next 48 hours. Leicester looks reluctant to accept a 25 million fee, but it looks as though it will go through with no other bids on the table. And I mean, Leicester have seemed to be doing a bit of a fire sale. So we're going to have to see what happens there. Once again, Fabio Vieira is already in London and will undergo his medical tomorrow, which is today. He'll sign a 5-year deal until 2027. He'll earn around 130,000 per month net salary. Don't know what that works out in terms of weekly wages. Once again, Arsenal are working on getting that one there over the line. So yeah, make of that what you will. So yeah, that's that. That's that. Arsenal confident Jesus deal as talks continue with Man City over transfer compromise. Arsenal are working on a deal for Man City's Gabriel Jesus and are growing in confident that they can reach an agreement over the signing, people. So further talks are scheduled to take place in the coming days, and it's hoped that a compromise can be reached with add-ons getting Arsenal closer to the fee City wants, people. So yeah, with that, I think that is the transfer news. Locked off for a sec. So, yeah, man, we got over there. What are you lot saying, people? Now we can get back into the good part of you lot just offering your opinions, people. Let me make the timestamp. Transfer news. Got a couple of cut-up clips to be released today as well. So, yeah, that's transfer news. Let's spin the block for Arsenal once again, because the way we're moving, we might get linked with some other players. Once again, Porto have confirmed the deal as well, people. I mean, everyone's just recycling the same things, man. Arsenal cautiously optimistic a deal for Jesus can be agreed, people. And on that, let's just the last thing on Gabriel Jesus, people, really, man. Arsenal initially muted a figure of around 30 million, given the Brazilian international has a year left, but the asking price is 50. Once again, Arsenal cautiously optimistic of completing a deal for the Manchester City striker, people. Apparently, the North London club put in nearly 6 months of work with the forwards representative Marcelo Pinati to ensure they were in pole position to recruit him. Jesus indicated his desire to move to the Emirates at the start of June, and the only hindrance so far has been the distance between the valuation of both clubs. During initial talks, Arsenal tried to offer 30, they want 50. City highlighted that the player is still just 25, has not reached his ceiling, possesses a proven record in the final third, works intensively off the ball, but he has a deal 1 year left to run. Apparently, his camp filled the City player Thomas Tuchel is keener on his Raheem Sterling. Arsenal are drafting a package closer to City's expectation and are confident of tying up their priority target, even though there is slight anxiety over the amount of interest shown in Jesus, including from Chelsea. You look at his appearances when starting, you know, he's got 53 goals and 23 assists, and he has a goal tally of a goal every 152 minutes. When subbed on, only has 5 goals, 6 assists, and a goals per minute ratio of 248. Jesus wants to reignite with Mikel Arteta, who would regularly offer individual coaching. And there could, you know, we've got good options. There could be times where Jesus plays on the right, Eddie through the middle, someone on the left. You know, you could have Saka, Jesus, whoever on that left-hand side, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, whatever, Odegaard in the 10. We've got good options, really and truly. So, yeah, man, we don't have any strikers. So, yeah, that's talking about. And you look at our attacking stats, let's be real, it's pony, bro. Like, we scored 61 goals. We don't even create that many. We don't really take that many shots, regardless of us being fourth. We don't put teams under sustained pressure. You know, we don't have that ability. And some of this ties into mentality. When we score 1, can we score 3, 4, 5 like City and Liverpool? I think a lot of it comes down to coaching and mentality. Signing players is half the job. But our conversion rates, our expected goals, our shots on target, our goals, they're pretty poor. If this, you know, Saka, who is not necessarily a goal scorer, he's learning to score goals, you know. We're relying on these players who are learning their craft, and that's a dangerous scenario. So we need players that can help us, in which Jesus, for me, I think with a platform you can score goals. If I just look off the pass work, no, you can't really. You can't score enough, but there's the potential of him to get 15, 20, Eddie to get 10 minimum in the league, the other young lads to chip in and do what they're doing. So yeah, man, I think that's the last we're going to spend on Gabriel Jesus. Once again, Arsenal are working to buy Yuri Tielemans. I mean, let's go on Google and change that to an hour. I mean, it's the same old stuff, man. I mean, you don't want to hear none of that. Oh shit, Rafina, yeah. I mean, we've lost the fitness coach. Shad Forsyth has joined Dortmund. So are we going to see an improvement in that? Do you lot want to look at the Saliba article later, people? I didn't read it yet. I think, where is this? What's going on here? Arsenal fitness coach Shad Forsyth joins Borussia Dortmund, people. You know, the 49-year-old was here for 8 years. It's been confirmed he'll be departing despite a significant improvement in the club's injury record, really. According to Blind, Dortmund, have signed him up and he'll assume the same role. You know, wish you all the best. Do your thing, my guy. You know, really and truly, do your thing, my dude. So hopefully we get someone in who can replace that. Tottenham have taken an interest in player after Arsenal had offer rejected. Conte power is key. Who is this? Victor Osimhen. I mean, Spurs have been linked with Victor Osimhen and Lautaro Martinez, so they're going to have to spend a bag if they want them guys there. Leeds United, Rafinha open to everything as Arsenal show interest in £47 million winger. Probably going to need some outgoings, and in particular, maybe seeing what's happening with Pepe before we get over the line. Arsenal willing to go 100 million for Nketiah. Not sure on that, but Rafinha is reportedly open to everything in regards to an exit from Ellen Road this season. There is interest from plenty of the continent's leading clubs. Arsenal are one of clubs keen on his talent. As you know, he's impressed at Leeds. He's got 17 goals in 65 league games, so there's a lot of improvement to be done in that regard. It's thought that Leeds want 47 million to sell him, and the club are starting to weigh up a move for his services. And according to Dean Jones, Rafinha is almost certain to leave the Yorkshire club this summer. With Leeds failing to qualify for Europe last season, Rafinha has reportedly attracted offers from a lot of Europe's elite, including Barcelona and Arsenal. The Gunners obviously don't have Champions League football, and he was also linked with Liverpool. Even the Europa League might be an enticing opportunity for the Brazilian, given Leeds' 17th place finish last season. And Jones suggested that the attacker is open to everything, with Calvin Phillips also likely to depart to Man City. He said, Jesse March apparently said, we will have a meeting in a few days to build that roster and this club to represent what we want. A team always changes from the academy upwards. We want to maximize potential. So we'll have to see what happens in that regards. But that is truly the end of the transfer news, people. We got there in the end, didn't we? Big up you lot. You lot are moving mad. So yeah, what are you lot saying? DG, do you think Saliba should/would start from the jump? I don't think he will start from the jump. I mean, I think it's quite even, but I think Ben White and Gabriel will start off. But, you know, take your opportunity when it arrives. What happens to Smith Rowe next season? Nothing. He's cool. He plays it, you know. We burnt out some of these young players. So, you know, show that you deserve to start and you're all right. United link with Nkunku would be a dream signing for us, not going to lie. Eddie Nketiah just signed a new contract. Has it been officially confirmed on Arsenal.com? They ain't put out an announcement or anything yet. You'd imagine that, at least where Fabio was concerned by the end of the day. Let me scroll all the way up, man. What are you lot saying? 919 watching. Smash the likes, people. Get up to 500 and subscribe. Closing in on 50k. Follow the Twitch links in the description. DG, do you think there might be a couple more left field signings, pardon me, in the pipeline? Club trying to keep them in-house and using Jesus and Tielemans to occupy the media attention. I hope so, but I can't really see. As a Madrid fan, I don't rate no Raheem Sterling, no Gaza man slander. I ain't not trying to hear that. DG, was Vieira really needed at the moment when other areas should be signed up first? I think it is, because we've got a weak bench and a weak squad. But I hear you in terms of addressing midfield and up front. You could say no. Imagine Gnabry on top of this. It would be It would be a dream, but I couldn't see it happening, man. We need to spend P's wisely. You're right on that. 130k per week, that means less than 35k a week. I hear that. Sky Sports have officially confirmed that an agreement has been reached with Porto for Vieira. Hopefully everything is finalized today. I can't lie, I'd like to go for Idrissa Gana Gay for strong depth. Nah. There's no point, bro. There's no point bringing in stock gaps. You might as well just keep on. Then they let Lokonga grow, pause and do something else. You should have just when it's put the piece down for Thingy, man. For Basuma. Got to stop this option to buy nonsense when there's 2 years on a loanee's contract. 25 million for Yuri is robbery. Great business. Arteta took finishing fifth personal. These scrubs won't ruin my name like Marco from the Wire. Replacing Tavares, replacing Tini because Tini is injured. Do you think signing backup centre-back gives us more leverage in contract negotiations when it comes to player contracts, e.g. Saliba? It could, but that might make it weaker. Saliba might say, you're gassing me, but you signed a new centre-back. Walk on. Especially to a British club. What do you mean by that? I don't know if you're referring to me, but shout out to you. Tabs FC, you're on me, man. After a season, never going to get a decent fee for Tavares. Big up DG, another loss there. It is, man. It's been a fantastic live stream and still is a fantastic live stream with you guys, man. Again, it's amazing. We're at 488. Can we get to 500? If you've hit the like button, thank you very much. God bless you. Who is this? Nobody, another flop. I don't know, man. Give people a chance. DG, the question is, can Nketiah and Jesus fire Arsenal into the Champions League? I don't think they can score enough goals alone. That's why we need everybody to chip in. And that's why, for me, if we're moving away from a striker, I think we need this Rafinha or some sort of winger to make up the numbers, man. We can't just let Saka and Smith Rowe do this thing. Not getting Champions League might not have been the end of the world because we literally target the same players if we did get Champions League. I'm not too sure. We might have been able to punch higher. Champions League's the end of the world because, again, we might not have won it. Definitely wouldn't. But it's Europeans' elite competition, bro. There's no way around it. Is El Nene XHAKA Lokonga good enough to be Partey backup? I think so. Obviously, I'd like more. Vieira guy looks decent, still young, Portuguese attacking midfielder. He does remind me a bit of Bernardo. DG, with these links, if we sign Jesus, Tielemans, Vieira, Hickey, and maybe Rafinha, do you think this is a top 4 side? I mean, it makes us a lot stronger in the pursuit of top 4, you know. But as I keep saying, the mentality has to improve. You know, you could have all of these players if when you're all over a side at home and you've scored 1 goal and you've taken the handbrake off and you've not put the game to bed and there's a lapse in concentration and you've dropped 2 points. If you take the lead in games, you need to win games. If you started poor, you need to claw something away from it. You know, on the pitch in terms of, you know, there's so much we need to do in the training ground. We need to be more street smart in all aspects when we take the lead, how we see out games, how we start games. You know, we can sign any attacking players as we want, but we need movement. We don't move enough as a team. There's so much we need to do on the training field. Buying players is one thing. Training ground is the next thing. That's what we need to do. So it's a step in the right direction, but the mentality needs to keep improving more than anything for me. Or we're going to sign all these guys. It's going to be amazing, but it's dead. Would you rather have Jesus or XHAKA? At this moment, I'd rather Jesus, but XHAKA's a bit different. Congrats, DG. Your channel is growing steadily. Also, we need appreciate that and appreciate all of you lot. Slow growth is better than none. Trying to get to 50. Also, we need more signings. Osman would be a game changer. Liverpool got Nunes, City got Haaland, Arsenal, please don't wait. Get Jesus and Tielemans ASAP. He's a Portuguese 22-year-old. He's lit, man. Arteta wasn't chatting was when he said he's going to destroy all the leaks in the club. Trust. They're gone, isn't it? DG, do you think Arteta's favoured midfield is a 6 and 2 8s? I don't know, because he does mad things. I think he wants to do what he did when we lost to Brighton at home, where you have 2 rotating 8s, and them times there, Odegaard, it was Odegaard and Smith Rowe. They're not ready, but I think he wants to do that. And then you have your lone 6, which was Lokonga, but that could be Partey. Maybe there's a reality where Smith Rowe, Odegaard, and Partey do that, or Vieira and Odegaard, or Smith Rowe and Vieira and whatnot. Who knows? There might even be a reality where it's somehow Smith Rowe, Odegaard, and Vieira and whatnot, or Tielemans is in there. There's bare different options in midfield and out wide now, and we need that, man. Variety is the spice of life, you know. I like chicken and rice, but man don't want to eat chicken and rice every day. Do you get it? Some of you lot are in marriages, and I know you're not happy. I know, you know, your wife probably steps out. You want to step out, not me. I'm a God-fearing man, but you get it. Just because you like Kelly Rowland don't mean you don't find Beyonce now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, fella? So you like me, a Brandon, you know what I mean? Why am I talking like that? Let's keep it professional. But you get the point. You get the point. 515 likes. Thank you, people. Appreciate you lot. Appreciate that. Twitch gang. Appreciate you lot as well, man. As always. I think I answered this about Lukaku, but nah, bro. We've wasted bare peas, bro. I can't lie. I'd rather try do the. I'd rather spend 80 million on Maguire or 80 million on Kepa. I'm capping, but nah, man. Lukaku's not helping us, bro. He's just gonna talk like a Bedina in all the press conferences. You know how it's gonna get. Lukaku 100%. Whether Arteta is to blame or not, it will 100% them two will butt heads. 100%. 100%. And Lukaku, one thing that if I was a Chelsea fan, one thing that would jar me. Lukaku, you're not good enough for all this nonsense, bro. If you're Messi and Neymar and these guys, you can talk to the cows come home, bro. Lukaku, you're meaty. Just shut up and play football, bro. Listen, you can talk as much, but you're meaty. So happy it's not our problem. Things are not moving well so far, but at least some improvement. Come on. I'm still upset about Basuma. You're going to have to let that go, bro. The Torreira ship has sailed. Amen. What is the plan B if we fail to get Jesus? Not a clue, but we're going to have to work that out. Noah, morning right back at you. And I think we're all like you, happy about this thing. One love for the comments. No one is going to pay 50 million for Tony. Forget it. That's dead, man. If Torreira doesn't go on loan, then he might as well put on a good performance for a good transfer next year and on a free at this moment. Stop spamming, brother. Please, please, please. You're not going to get your comments read. You're just fucking up the base, man. Block spammers, please, mods. Fucking up the base. Apologies for my French. You think we're writing off Tavares too quickly? I don't think I am, because you was there. I said, bro, I'm not surprised by Tavares. Bro, I'm not being funny, but man, no football. You could see Tavares just became a left back. You could look at his appearances and say he's very raw. I wouldn't write off anybody, you know. I wouldn't write off anybody, but I just feel what we're trying to do, not every young player has to be developed here. You know, Tavares has shown me that there are some qualities, but you need to go out on loan and play games really and truly. And if you develop, why not? If he goes out on loan and shows these levels, why not? A year's a long time in football. You know, this time last year, where was Eddie Nketiah in terms of squad stature? You know, the year before that, Smith Rowe and whatnot. When Saka first bust tree, things can happen. But I think it's best you go out on loan, go and learn tricks and trades of the game. He needs to learn to think like a defender. He's an attacker playing fullback, you know. If he develops fair play, but we can turn that 8 million into something. So I would never write anyone off, but I'm not convinced in Tavares' ability to ever be here. I'll be the first person to say sorry, but I don't think he'll have a long-term future at fullback here. I really don't. Not unless there's significant improvement. He doesn't think like a defender. That is a winger learning to play as a fullback. You know, I guarantee you, at 16 years of age, they probably said to him at Benfica, you might not make the grade as a winger. We're going to turn you into a fullback. Even what people say is he's better as a wing back. I'm sorry, but even if you're a wing back and yeah, you go forward a bit more, you still have to defend. Arguably, being in a back three and as a wing back, because of the gaps, you imagine 3 centre backs and you're playing for like here and here for your fullbacks, there's a big gap. And you need to be in constant communication with the left-sided fullback or the right side centre half, or the right side if you're on the other side. You could argue you need to be even more switched on in a back three as a fullback. So I'll never write off anyone. I like the guy, but I've always liked Torreira as well. But it's a myth, bro. It's a myth. Torreira's done, bro. It's done, bro. It's done. It's done. Ornstein reporting that Arteta drove the Vieira signing. Yeah, he did. And that's what gives me confidence because the talent ID, I think, was spot on. I don't agree with spending 50 million on Ben White. I think he's a good player in that. And I like Ben White. But that's the one I'm like, oh, okay, I need to see 50 million pound worth of defending. And I just think to a degree, we're never going to get that from Ben White because of his age. Like this is... Last season was his second full season in the Prem. Let's be real, he's been good, but he's been in good defensive systems at Leeds and Brighton where he's had experienced dons that are holding his hand. Now we're needing him to be the leader. You know, Gabriel had David Luiz. Now he's got to be the leader. Saliba's a bit different because he's been part of that young squad at Marseille, but they've showed their naivety, and even Saliba has. So it'll be very interesting to see what exactly is going to happen in that regard. If I'm completely honest with you. What's that? Squad depth. Thoughts. That's not how you spell squad. Sorry, people, just making a timestamp. Keep your opinions coming. One love. What's your dream transfer window, DG? What we're doing now, but it'll probably be bringing in Hickey or Dream. You said Dream. Rafinha / Gnabry and Fabio Ruiz. That's the dream. 2 of them 3 names that concentrating on the dream bit. Brazilian source, bring it to the carpet. Trust, we need to start letting the Brazilian dons have their, you know, when the Brazil national team play, when we used to run it at the Emirates, let them have their friendlies at the Emirates. With the options, Partey gets a proper rest time. That's true. And again, him, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Saka, when they're pulled out and they're brought back into the side, maybe they come back even fresher and more on it and all these things. I don't know how too awesome it is. That Eddie contract is as much as about business now being able to move him on for a fair price as it is much to have him as a squad striker. Exactly. We will only sign Jesus and you people get excited over that and tell us we don't need a goal-scoring striker, some joke. Who hasn't said we don't need goals? Please, misery loves company. Why am I being vexed, bro? What's going on, fam? XHAKA will always stay as a survivor. DG, I'm good, buddy. Hope you're well. Glad you're smashing it as always. Come on, my dude. Squad numbers don't mean much these days, to be fair, especially at Arsenal. Trust. Certain man disrespecting, you know, the real Dennis Bergkamp. It's number. Make centre halves are being number 10s and captains and acting like flipping wankers. I hated Gallas. I mean, do you know what? Obviously, the 40 might bring pressure, but at the end of the day, bro, if you just keep doing what you're doing, it doesn't matter what name, what number, or whatever you're doing, innit? DJ, if we get Jesus, I still think we need another striker, but more of a target man, as Jesus and Eddie not known for heading and crosses. I agree still. But I don't think we're getting it. Outside in the blazing sunshine, listening to DJ, it's a vibe. I appreciate that. To be fair, we have Lokonga and El Nene. If they're not backups to Partey, what is? I don't disagree with. We could have done certain things, but are we just talking, or are we actually providing common sense to this discussion? I don't know if anyone's gonna get Pepe, but Martin, but he's got a new agent. You're not going to play that much under Mikel Arteta. You know, Gabriel Jesus probably will play on the right more than you if anything happens with Saka. He's currently, I mean, I follow Pepe on Snapchat, like I know a couple of you do. He's currently on holiday in Dubai with his family, so you'd imagine family time, and then so on. Things are gonna happen, really. I see the super chat, but I can't find it. I can only see it on my YouTube screen. Ryan, I appreciate that, my dude. You've said, how much would you pay Eddie to stay? He's getting 100 bags. I would have thought 50, 60, 70, 80 max would have been calm. We're at 546 likes. Can we keep moving, people? You lot are mad. I like Tammy Abraham. He's experienced in the Prem. Also just won a European trophy. AM, I assume this is about Eddie. You just want 10 goals. 2 strikers says, listen, another man to provide options and competition. Eddie needs training ground, ain't levels yet. Nope. Do a live with Fabrizio Romano. If only it was that simple, my guy. Call him for me. If you've got the connection, why not line it? Do you think we'll only sign Rafinha if we offload Pepe? Facts. In my opinion. Bless up, DG. Finally caught you live. It's been a minute. Happy with Vieira signing. Let's get Jesus and Tielemans done. I'm actually looking forward to this season. Let's not forget how much deadwood we got rid of, plus William walking away for free. We need to count our blessings. Tony, I mean, I'm not going to give the club credit for, rewriting their own wrongs. I wouldn't say I'm excited for next season per se. It is what it is sort of thing. Do you think we could benefit from Emmanuel Dennis for the squad? Why not? But I only want to bring in strikers that are substantially better than what we have. As I said before, I think Tielemans could be bad news for XHAKA, but then I don't think so, because Arteta is not going to forget XHAKA's contribution to the team. Pardon me, XHAKA doesn't strike me as someone that runs away from competition, so we'll have to see. Hey DG, take good care of Fabio Vieira, Porto fan here. We will, man, we will. One love for that as well. Appreciate the Americans. Carl said, big up DG, speaking straight facts. Big up from America, well, US. Appreciate that. Eddie seems very good at signing Portuguese speakers. Needs help from the Spanish speaker to open up the market in the second biggest language. I'm glad they signed Vieira. Now they should get greedy and buy more. Hopefully Vieira and Odegaard will uplift the team. If we get Jesus and Tielemans plus Fabio Vieira, where else do you think we need to strengthen? We still need a number 8. Still need a striker. Still need to complement the squad with a left back. Maybe a right back. And if you could get what Wenger used to describe as a super player, which is easier said than done, like someone I don't think we're going to get Gnabry, but that's the best way to put it. Someone that, like when we signed Mesut Ozil or Alexis, someone that raises everything, someone that can be our Harry Kane or our Son or our Salah or our Mane or whoever does the business at Chelsea or whoever consistently does the business at City, then that is the only way. But these players are hard to come by, and 9 times out of 10, when you find these players, you need Champions League. Like one thing that helped us grab Ozil and Alexis is it was just a top 4 thing. It's a top 6 thing now. And it's going to be in the next few years, the way Newcastle are coming up, what West Ham are trying to do, it's probably going to become a top 10 sort of thing. So, yeah, I don't know about, I would love them sort of players, but I don't know how we go about getting that. I think that's the only thing that could top the window for me beyond what we're trying to do. Greetings and blessings, DG. How you doing, brother? I'm doing great, man, Guna. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm doing well. Man said, yeah, run up the Saliba article, DG. We'll have that in a second. We should have moved for Phillips. I hear that. Hit the likes. Keep up the good work. You need to collab with Curtis Shaw TV. We have numerous times, man. Tell Curtis to all of me. Vieira. Whoa. There you have it, mate. Chicken and rice is nice. God-fearing DG, you got to be, man. Hey, banter. I do like me, the black ones, mate. I don't discriminate, but there's nothing. You know what I mean? Let me stop, man. Let's stop. Professional thing. Fabio is a baller. I'm happy about this signing. Never thought we would have signed him. Bro, just watch the way we play. Just watch the way we do this 4-3-3 with this guy, Partey and Tielemans. Total football. Yeah, I do think, bro, Brazilians, we do speak Portuguese. See, I said we. DG, we go again, putting that grind on. Hot day in London. Big up, much love. Come on. Arsenal's PR is too great. They're going to pattern Jesus and Tielemans and drop Vieira, then drop Eddie, the number 14. If we don't get Tielemans, we should go for Ward-Prowse, best Deadpool specialist in the world right now. I mean, he can come true, but I don't know. Has this been officially confirmed? Arsenal update. Eddie has just signed a new contract until 2027. Deal agreed and sealed. Official statements. Okay. So that's for Fabrizio Romano. I mean, Gnabry would be lit. DG Nation is growing slowly but surely, mate. Slowly but surely. It really is make or break for Arteta. Now the board has fully backed him, so let's see. Money's been spent, bro. We need to get top 4 or fight properly for it. Bowen or Rafinha, who do you rate more and would you like to see at the carpet? I mean, we could do the Brexit thing with Bowen, but Rafinha, man, Brazil bias. 100%. Give the credit, they are doing the transfer business in a long time. I do give credit, my guy. I don't think you're speaking directly to me. Stop shouting at me, man. You feel attacked. What did I do to you? Why are you on me like that? What did I do, bro? Just talking football. DG, I think we need 4 more signings as a minimum. Hickey to cover both fullback positions, then add Jesus plus centre midfield and a centre forward. Ward-Prowse is a shout. The amount of free kicks Saka and Vieira get, it would make sense. And don't forget, we've improved that dead ball scenarios. Ward-Prowse would cook at that, but Ward-Prowse ain't starting at Arsenal. I like Ward-Prowse because he's just going to do his job and he's going to be one of them boring guys, man. Could you imagine if he was there last season and you come in on a Monday, you ask Lacazette, Pepe, and Aubameyang what they did, what they did on the weekend? They're going to tell you a madness. Bowen's just, guys like Ward-Prowse, they're going to say, yeah, I took the missus out, Toby Carberry. I went and I walked my dog. That's it, bro. Them and they're like Teeny. Them and they're just going home to play football. You know, they're doing their football thing and they're just going home. I don't mind them duns. Really. Just came on, but big up DG and the nation. Much love, all blessed day and stay safe. More signings to come. Keep the faith. Come on. How is Tielemans different from Odegaard? I mean, he's completely different, man. You know, I would be here all day if I'm trying to explain it to you. Really. I'll leave someone else. There is an Emirates Cup this year. I think we're playing Sevilla. What are you saying about Tielemans and Jesus, bro? Hopefully it gets over the line. Only way this Vieira guy is a good signing is if we get all the other positions we need, and there's a lot. We already have Mesut Ozil and Smith Rowe in that position. I hear that. I don't know how many more players we need, but if it was up to me, on top of what we've done, I'd actually bring in 2 centre mids. You could kind of count that with Fabio Vieira and Tielemans if you want. Back up, left back, right back, striker. I would, you know, if you could, I would try and move heaven and earth to get Rafinha, Gnabry, one of these sort of dons. Notice how the Vieira deal went quiet. Arteta must have patterned the leaks. I hear that. We do need a striker. Are you coming to Orlando next month? I would love to, but no. I mean, I don't want Tony or Weghorst. I understand the logic, but yeah. DG, you watching Pogba's documentary? Is it out yet? Why not? Good morning, DG. Happy with the Vieira signing with Tomiyasu and Nketiah. Man said Nketiah. That's another comment. With Tomiyasu and Partey missing 10 games each, do you think we can get top 4? I mean, if we have the squad to cope, why not? You listen to Drake's album? No, I haven't, but some people saying it's hot garbage. People disrespect Tielemans right now because man had one mediocre season. Reminds me of how last transfer window, people started having on, I think you mean Gabriel for no reason. I mean, it's true. I mean, there was a shit season from Camavinga. Camavinga's last year at Rennes, he was meaty. What happens to Reece Nelson and Ainsley? Would love Reece Nelson to have an opportunity, but it's probably time to finish that one there, isn't it? Well, going for Saka's contract. When you find out, let me know. I mean, you could send him to Forest. That could be a shout, but he ain't going to play right back. Club still clearly rates Tavares, judging from the high release clause that they're looking for. I hear that. There could be something there, but everyone's got potential. You just have to realize it. And, like, you know, these young players are like puzzles. You can only do one puzzle at a time. You got to take Saka next level, Smith Rowe next level, Lokonga next level, Odegaard next level, Martinelli next level, Gabriel Jesus 25 next level, you know, Fabio Vieira next level. Ben White, 50 million, not the finished article, next level. Ramsdale, 23-year-old goalkeeper, positioning, etc. Next level. Tomiyasu, very experienced, but he's as much as he plays mature, next level. Gabriel, next level. Saliba, if he stays, next level. You know, Tavares on paper, next level. So when you keep adding how much can you do, really? Because Arteta can only focus on so much in 1 hour, 2 hours a day in training. And then if he, I don't know, if he says, I'm going to work with Saka, then the names I've just said, you're taking away from these lot. He's one man in it. Or if you're You know, if you're saying someone else run the group session and you're taking something away, you're robbing the other teammates of the other members of the squad of yourself. Or if you have several coaches and you say you go off and work on finishing with Saka, you know, you go and work on defending with Tavares, go work with Mertesacker, you go work with this guy, you go work with that guy. You're pulling resources away. So again, you can't have too many training dons, and at the same time, no matter how much of it is a young player thing, and clearly there's a mandate, we still need 3 points today. A lot of fans are not going to give a crap if you know, a lot of fans don't give a crap about these young players. At some points this season, last season, they turn on Odegaard, Tavares, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Smith kills Flo during the time when we played Brighton away and he didn't square it to Pepe. No matter how much it's about the future, you need to do things today, really. Like it's a results-driven business. If you're trying to save money to buy a house or go on holiday and you know you like going Nando's or you like eating out, you might say to yourself, boy, let me cook food at home. You know, let me save money. But you still need to buy meat from the butchers or whatever today. You still need to eat today, really and truly. So we'll have to see how these things develop, if I'm completely honest. But there's only so much training you can do with these guys, really. You know, Eddie Nketiah as well, not finished article, you know, convinced him to stay. So that's what the squad's about. These players have to take it upon themselves. But yeah, man. Young team thoughts, we'll call it that. So yes, it's one of them ones, in my opinion. To be brutally honest. Don't forget Twitch gang, 4:30, we're playing FM. Does Tavares give you Bellerin vibes? Yeah, we're different vibes, but yeah. Did you see Arsenal gave Nketiah the number 14? It's not been confirmed, but allegedly. Raspadori is quite decent. How do you think our centre backs will cope with Haaland next season? I don't know. I hope they can cope all right, but it's gonna get mad. Well, go on, Killy. Love for the super chat, bro. Bro, I never heard an English doing an English accent before. Fucking dying. Cockney, mate. Why are Arsenal dealing going slowly? I don't know. You'd have to chat to them, man. Nunes, Saka, Haaland, the Prem is in safe hands. Appreciate that, man. What target man style would you want? I don't know, my guy. I wouldn't necessarily target someone who is a target man. I just want someone that you can smack the ball into their chest and there. You know, if you could find a quick Lacazette, you could have it. Nelson and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, once again, it seems I would badly love Nelson to have a chance here, but it's done, innit? Like, it's looking like it's done, innit, bro? Like, there's nothing you can do with it. Yeah, you're moving mad. Eddie and Jesus cannot be good replacement for Aubameyang and Lacazette. I mean, I hear Aubameyang because we need to show them two need to show they can score goals, but Lacazette was a fantastic footballer, could link up play and things. But if we're looking at the striker to score goals, which we are, of course they can. You know, all they've got to do is score 15 goals in the league. You know, people praise Lacazette for working hard. Do you lot's bosses praise you for working hard necessarily? Crazy. Vieira gives me Danny Ceballos vibes. I mean, you mean Champions League winning Ceballos? No, I'm playing. You just have to prove you wrong, innit? You're just gonna have to prove you wrong. What do you think about Tielemans? I'm not gassed for it, but I do think it's a better signing than a lot of us are giving credit for. And again, you need to know how you're taking him to the next level, because when you look at Jesus, Tielemans, that sort of 25-year-old, slightly younger, but Odegaard, it's not just, you know, now it's, can you make a proper stride now? Can you, you know, if you can't, then you're not really going to do it really and truly. The guys that are in their early 20s, you kind of got, generally speaking, until you're 23. Like Wenger used to say, ironically, how old is Eddie Nketiah just turned when he's looking all right now? But for the others, and for me, Jesus, Odegaard, that sort of ilk of player, we need you, man, to be the leaders still. So Arteta's got to get a tune out of them, man. Got to get a serious tune out of them. Great questions, opinions, talking points, etc. People, you lot are moving mad like you always do. Jersey number 14 should be retired because there won't be another Henry, Tielemans or Fabio Ruiz. I mean, I would have preferred Fabio Ruiz. I'm not going to lie, just because I've been speaking about him for months. You know, I'm still screaming, pause, still trying to support the thing. It seems Arteta is trying to bring that Wenger ball culture of when we had Ramsey, Cazorla, Ozil, Rosicky, and Co. Well, then you got to, again, the coaching, because Arsene Wenger players, they had muscle memory with them third man runs and 1-2s. I don't necessarily see that all the time at Arsenal. People still believe Jesus still is going to happen. Boy, if it happens, you got an issue apology, man. I mean, the only one that replaces Aubameyang is we just need goals, bro. Like, whoever scores goals can replace Aubameyang. That's the one thing we miss about Aubameyang. We sure as hell, well, I miss Aubameyang's celebrations and how he used to carry on. But yeah, man, 601 likes. Once again, sorry to make bare noise, people, but credit where due. Thank you very much for that, people. Without you lot, this platform is dead across Twitch and YouTube. Twitch gang, don't forget we was live earlier and you're here now. I appreciate that journey to 50 on YouTube and 10 alike. Hey, my guy. Hey, love for that. You know who you are. Love for that, my guy. Man, subscribe via Amazon Prime. Them gamer content creators there. Gakpo talks went quiet. I ain't gonna lie, man. He looks kind of meaty still, Gakpo. I mean, he might be a guy in the future, but based on the highlights we was watching and the 90 minutes I saw, who did they play? Don't think he's bad, but it's kind of bandilio. I can't lie. It's kind of booky. Like, he needs a lot of work. And with him, I can't lie, he should stay at PSV. There's too much competition at Arsenal. At least stay there for a year. Make sure you go World Cup. Big up, my dude. Don't want Gakpo Hayes this way better, in my opinion. Trust. I mean, I would take Gakpo, but he looks bandili. Like, it looks like accidental drillings. It looks very scrappy and that, man. His numbers are mad. I'll give him that. But sometimes numbers can be a lie. Just like Immobile and them dons there, every couple of years, them man, they are scoring beer goals. Bit harsh over the last 2 years. Aubameyang hasn't been able to replace Aubameyang. Bit harsh. It's only been a year. That Wenger ball thing is nice, but it doesn't win trophies. Hey, we've got a number of FA Cups and we're invincible, mate. But I had to. Noah Lang is better than him. I don't even like that Noah Lang too tough either. I think he's decent. He probably is better than Gakpo, but I'd rather Gakpo over him. I think leave them sort of man alone, bro. I'm not convinced with Jesus. Surely we can do better. I have a friend who is a City fan and he says he misses loads of chances. I mean, every striker misses loads of chances. When you look at statistically, Kane and Salah are up there, but they're also up there for flipping, putting the ball in the back of the net. I hear you, though. It's a scattergun approach. I think Jesus can score 15 league goals this season. I hope so. Me personally, I want 20, but I'll concede 15 as long as other people make it up. I think he could get 20. I think any striker that arrives at this team, if you're going to be the number one and you're not getting 20 goals, for me, this is just my personal opinion. I don't think what we're doing here. Yes, Jesus fits the system and the pressing, the ability to play multiple roles, working with Arteta makes sense, but we need goals, bro. You know, we have got into a scenario where I know as a striker in today's day and age, it's mad because you could get 20 league goals, but if you're not necessarily a system striker, people are onto you. And at the same time, I do think some system strikers get away with too much because you need to score goals, man. I think the game's gone mad. You can be as good with the ball at your feet as a goalkeeper and centre back, and I know the game's evolved, but you still need to be able to either catch or defend amicably. You know, it would mean all about Van Dijk's ball playing ability. And he clearly looks the part with a ponytail and that. If he couldn't defend, he'd be shit. Liverpool wouldn't be doing what they're doing. Everything he does beyond that, the basic competencies, is a bonus. Are you actually at the Emirates? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm here, bro. Vieira's next door doing his medical. Yo, Arteta, you got chip? Done no. All right. Yeah, I am here, bro. How many goals do you think Jesus can get us as a main striker? Bro, I said it just now. If you're the main striker, specifically league, I'll do a discount of 15 league goals, but me in my heart, if we're not grabbing 20, it's mad. Man, Red Cloud, I hear you, but Aubameyang's gone, my guy. Aubameyang's gone. It is what it is, man. I'm not here to debate about Aubameyang. He's gone. But I still just think it was last year, though. We're going to, I'll never switch up on my guys. You're talking to someone that's never switching up on Tierney. I just feel we need a couple midfielders that can break the lines with runs or killer passes, along with Odegaard, Tielemans, and Vieira look like those players. I mean, I'm at the Emirates, bro. Oh, man. We should have got Nketiah, much better player than Vieira. It is what it is. I would have taken him, another techie one. But this is who we got. We should also give El Nene much game time because he doesn't lose the ball once he's in control. If El Nene needs an opportunity, why not? But yeah, that's crazy, man. With all the rumours signed, assuming what's your starting 11 for next season? Well, the back five isn't going to change. Assuming everybody's fit, bro. Tomiyasu, Ramsdale. To start the season, probably Ben White and Gabriel, even though Saliba is hot on the heels of either one. them two at centre half. Kieran Tierney picks himself. If everybody signed, Odegaard in the 10 for me, Tielemans and Partey. The wide positions now, Bukayo Saka, Smith Rowe / Martinelli. And Gab has this through the middle, bro. DJ on the grind as always. Appreciate that. Bro, Gakpo is shit. Arsenal fans that don't watch ball just fall in love with whoever we are linked with. Charles, I can't lie. It looks like I said, it looks Bandulu. It looks scrappy. You know, it looks scrappy. Look like he's chasing his first touch after time. I do think there's a player there, but he's a serious development thing. I think that's someone for the squad. Then he talks about the World Cup. It could be worth joining a lesser team or whatever. Martinelli on the bench for Rafinha. Oh shit, yeah. If Rafinha signs, then one of the, Saka go to the left, Rafinha on the right. Keep swapping. Should we sign Pepe? Well, I'm tired of the storyline with Pepe, my guy. It's probably best to just, you deserve. Everybody deserves to look. You lot got jobs. I've got a job. When you're, you deserve to be in your place of work and feel wanted and things like that and feel happy. I'm not saying he doesn't feel wanted necessarily, but he don't feel happy, bro. And for me as Arsenal fans, I'm tired of the storylines. Like there's always going to be storylines at clubs, but I really want to get to a world where it's just about the football, like who's doing the business on and off the field. There's not this going on in the background. There's not that. There's not any potential bust-ups with the manager. Obviously, it's a fallacy. It's never going to happen, but I'm pretty sure you get where I'm alluding to. Carmo's decent. Gakpo ain't shit. Don't know how that guy... I mean, he's not shit, but he's Banduli. Is Trusty going to be an important player? I mean, he's better based on what I saw than I thought, but if he's going to be a trusted player, then we need to just all stay at yard next season, innit? There's no point. Like, it looks extremely booky. Pepe should go, just hasn't worked out. It is what it is. Amen. Who's the longest sub on Twitch? I don't know, to be fair. How do you check that? How do you actually look at that? Got to agree on Gakpo, loose ball control. Accidental drillings, FC, man. I'm so happy we're addressing our weaknesses of scoring goals with our signings. We need a 20-plus goal from a striker and Jesus. And Jesus Christ, no, I can't see that happening. Bro, fair enough. They're just going to have to prove you wrong. Still disappointed we renewed El Nene's contract. Adding a proper 6 that can play in a single pivot would have been great alongside 2 new technicians. Amen. Get Pogba instead of Tielemans. Your dream chasing, bro. Dream chasing. I'm worried we're not linked to anyone like Partey. Most of the games that cost us top 4 last season was he was out injured. I mean, with El Nene and Lokonga, I think that's their man's avenue, really. I would have, I don't want to, I'm tired of talking about the youth that's going to be going to them lot down that Shite Heart Lane, but that would have been perfect for 25 million quid, if I'm honest. Please, no spamming. Zero tolerance. Anyone spamming, moderators. You need Streamlads DG and a command follow. I hear that, man. You're right. Big up DG. What's your preferred starting 11 for the first game of the season, including pending transfers? Kind of said that. Assuming we got Rafinha on the right, Saka on the left. You lot rotate in game. Gabriel Jesus through the middle. Martin Odegaard, Partey, Tielemans in midfield, and in the back 5, the usual suspects of Ramsdale in goal, Tierney, Tomiyasu. I would prefer Saliba and Gabriel. But I think it will be Gabriel and Ben White. So, yeah. Do you think Jesus is worth 50 million? Not because he's got a year left, but at the end of the day, if you're going to give them certain P's up front and, he does the business, then I don't think it's the worst. We've definitely done a lot worse. A certain striker that left for free, we signed him for 52 million and we got 1 season of 15 league goals. We never got 20 league goals at all. We bought a 72 million pound man for whatever reason. Yes, I'm being a bit harsh on these players, but it didn't work out, We got Willian on a big contract, Aubameyang on a big contract. It didn't work out. And there's been many signings that haven't been for big money necessarily, but we've made costly errors. Torreira didn't work out for whatever reason. We're struggling to move on Marie because we put him on big money. Cedric, for me, hasn't worked out at all. Scored a good goal on the last day of the season. So potentially overpaying, but this is the scenario. He's got interest. Jesus could do better than Arsenal, even though I don't want to say that, It is what it is. I think we could do a lot worse. If at 25 years of age, you develop, you do what you're doing, fair enough, 50 million for a club that's done a lot of dumb-ish. I think we'd be cool there, really, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah, I would say that, bro. Hopefully that answers that question. Fantastic questions. Brook Norton Coffee, and but he went on loan for half a year. You know, obviously their fans gas up. He's ready to be first team football. He's not ready to play for Arsenal Football Club week in, week out. He'll get fucking ripped. Just like Balogun, go out on loan again, play a full season, and come see what you're on. 634 likes. Very appreciative of that, people. Don't think it's ever underappreciated. How do I ban people on here, DG? I've got your back. I don't know, but if you're a mod, pattern that up. DG, is the Ruben Neves deal dead now? Yeah, it looks done, bro. Like, that rumor there is gone, really. I mean, I wouldn't mind Ericsson, but I don't think that's one we was going to do. Gakpo's poor decision making and Higgy first touch, the Dutch Bruno on the wing. I can't lie, he's Bandili, bro. It's Bandili, bro. A lot of teams need a striker like United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Makes sense why teams are charging way more for strikers. Of course, last year Chelsea were prepared to spend 90 million on a man that 100%. I don't know Thomas Tuchel, but 100% you didn't want Lukaku. 100% you didn't want it. That was it. Only made sense logically. We can't score goals. Let's find someone who scores goals, which that's what people say about Lukaku. But and I said it last summer. I said within 6 months that's not gonna bang. I was wrong in terms of the time scale, but it said you knew it weren't gonna bang. Like what you said about the present day strikers and that. It's sad that people can't be judged on scoring, but it's you've got to score goals as a striker, but it's also what you're doing when you're not. And some people can get away with it. You know, if you do the Liverpool thing where you've got Salah and Mane historically, then Firmino, there's not really a pressure for him to score goals, even though he could and probably should have for his ability to score more. If he's at Arsenal now, then we're looking at Firmino and looking at we ain't got historically at that time. We never had this to the left or that to the right. So we're looking at you a bit funny. I remember in all the slander, DG, don't watch if he pops. I don't want to hear him. I'm shameless, bro. I'll be like, bro, see, I'll be gassing it. Like, remember me and you were the only ones gassing up Gakpo and that. Think I, bro, come on here, man. I hear that. Let's hope he's wrong, though. Vieira deal shows don't always follow rumors, the same like Tomiyasu last season. And this is why I say, I just take it all at face value. It's an opportunity for us to talk and speculate and things, but until people are signing or credible sources are saying things, then you just got to accept everything to a degree at face value, man. It's crazy. Pepe, Torreira, Leno, Bellerin, Maitland-Niles, Marie, easy 50 million in the bank. Trust. You know, you would have, you know, for me, I'm being a bit harsh, but maybe if Torreira's deal 25 million for Torreira, we should be making our bread back. We should have got 20 million for Ainsley once upon a time. You know, Bellerin, Barcelona was stupid enough to offer us stuff. Us and Everton are so stupid. They tried to buy Richarlison and Bellerin, and we didn't do it. Crazy. Bro, what last laugh? I'm with bro, Gakpo to we're lit. On that note, it's time for me to enjoy my lunch. I am going to get that soon as well. I'm getting kind of hungry. Charles Watts just said, after Jesus and Tielemans are done, the window still isn't finished for Arsenal. It's not, because we got some outgoings, but... And hopefully that means Aaron Hickey arrives at the carpet. But, yeah, man. Let's see. Apparently, Freddie Paxton, go and check out the video I did with him and others. He's saying Tottenham and others showed some interest in Fabio Vieira this summer, but the player was dead set on the move to Arsenal. No obstacles, easy negotiations. That's why it come out the blue. Once again, Eddie Nketiah has just signed a new contract until June 2027. Deal completed and well, you lot can actually see what I'm talking about rather than me just reading it out. But Eddie Nketiah, sorry, this is in the way. Eddie Nketiah has just signed a new deal until June 2027. Deal completed and sealed today after verbal agreement days ago. Official statement soon. Nketiah turned out multiple bids from Bundesliga and Premier League clubs to stay out. Yeah, fucking right, mate. But big him up for that. Once again, allegedly there was interest from Spurs and others in Fabio Vieira. So we'll see how that one develops, people. So yeah, man, it seems like we finally got what I call a proper signing of the summer now. Somebody 30. Let's go on. Charles Watts. What has he said? Where's this guy's Twitter account? There you are. Fabio, man said Patrick. This is how you know, still there. Fabio Vieira is at London Coley and will complete all his medical checks over the next few days. It might take a few days before official confirmation comes from Arsenal, but the midfielder will sign a 5-year deal. Really and truly. Hey, you know what? While we're here, let's send Charles Watts an email, because I just see in his bio he's got an email. Let's send him an email and try and get a collab. You lot are seeing live and direct people. Type his name. Oh, copy and paste his. Obviously, I'm going to show my emails, but collaboration. Oh, you're not going to hear the affluent voice. Hi, Charles. Pause. Good afternoon. I hope you are doing well and safe. My name is CJ. You know, let's get to the point. I have a YouTube channel and would love to create a video with you regarding Arsenal if you have the time. Let's find a link to my. I mean, not to. I mean, I'm no celebrity, but let's be real. I know you know who I am. You know me. You know me. They know me. I might not be in the industry like that. I might be getting blackballed, but they know me. They know me. They know I do my thing. Mine's a household name. Allow it, and I'm only getting bigger and better. Where is that? Let's slap that in there. Slap the link there. Regards. Sorry, let's say. Please, could you let me know if you would be able to do such? Send the link to my channel. Regards. Yeah. So yeah, you lot are seeing the grinding long, you know, in real time. Basically, there you have it. Send him an email. Probably ain't gonna reply, but it's worth a shot, bro. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. You miss the shots you don't take in it. You know the ones there. You have to try it. You have to try it. That's the second time you lot have seen me trying to get someone in there. Never thought I'd hear/see you write a formal email. Luke, bro, man does all of that, bro. Man's got the phone voice as well. Hi, you're right. Thank you. You've been a massive help. Thank you. It's all right. Fake love. Man's there, man. But bro, it is what it is. If you want. Late to the stream, just got back from school. Big up, DG. What large up yourself, my dude. Vieira Tielemans says this. After those, who would you want? Aaron Hickey or Gnabry or Rafino or some dream chasing BS like that? DG, thank you, my man. Appreciate your content. I used to listen to you all the time back in the day. I've subscribed again. It wasn't you. I just unsubscribed everything Arsenal for a while. Okay, cool. You definitely saw the face change. I was thinking, whoa, what happened there, bro? That's almost like I don't like you now. I like you now. Arsenal set to sign Gabriel Jesus from Man City in the coming days. Deal not quite complete, but in final stages. Now a matter of when, not if. Arsenal transfer checker on Twitter. Don't know if he's reliable, but he has 200k followers. Listen, if you're not them Arsenal dons there, we big up everyone trying to do their thing, but pinch of salt. Because it's easy to do all of that nonsense online, man. Let's see, man. Arteta mentioned that this summer we need to strengthen on physicality for the team, but I don't see us being linked to such kind of players. Always young players that should be a worry. Maybe with them are hitting gym. What's my thoughts on Eddie getting number 14? Don't think he should get it, but it is what it is. I can't really cry about a number in it. Just do the business. Like, is what it is. Pressure just means the 9 staying short for someone, innit? We need fullbacks, bro. Simple as that. Vitor Ferreira room is no, I haven't seen that. No one can tell you if they're coming for sure unless you work for Arsenal Football Club. That's something nobody can answer, but we can hope and pray. I can't lie. What's the time? With that, just shy of 1:30, just because I'm live at people, Twitch gang, 4:30 we're playing Football Manager, and because of that, you know what? I've got to be back in my yard at like 3:30 just to prepare everything. So I need to go gym. I'm gonna go, people, it's my lunch break. I'm gonna go eat lunch now. Obviously, I'm gonna cut up clips from this live stream for you lot and release some others throughout the day. I'm gonna go gym as well, get a little workout on, enjoy the sun and whatnot. Maybe buy some ice cream as well. And then I'll be back doing Football Manager content with you. Like that will be the third and final live stream. If like tomorrow, like yesterday, there's any Arsenal randomly sign any players, then obviously I'll be back here. Last couple questions, man. Set, if you do a collab with Charlie, we need to hear you drop Bandulu, Meaty, Wasp, Brazy. I can't lie, I don't think I say them things that often. And if I do, it's just a colloquial tongue. Apologies for such, man. Take care of you lot, man. Again, we've ended this stream with flipping mad tig, man, like 661 likes. Again, I appreciate that across Twitch and YouTube. Again, the numbers have been crazy, the engagement. I'm just very thankful, man. Like, I'm very, very thankful, man. Thoughts on top gooners and super fans lowering the standards of the club? I don't think fans can lower the standards of a football club. They can lower their own expectations, like I think they do. When we miss out on top four and man start saying, oh, it was a blessing in disguise, you know, because we would have jumped ahead of the process. I think you're just being dishonest there. But yeah, last one though. Brian has said, DG, you think Vieira over Dybala was good decision despite trophies won, of course? I mean, Dybala, based on that, yeah, but he's going to suck up all the pause. He's going to suck up all the wages, really and truly. You know, Vieira isn't hurting us in terms of finances and things. In terms of quality, who wouldn't want Dybala? I must admit, you know, I wouldn't play Dybala as an 8, but, you know, and that's why I think Vieira's ability to play as an 8 helps him. But just so based on the fact that Vieira can play as a creative mid, just like Dybala, I didn't think that would be an area we would look to address this summer, but it is what it is, man. On that, though, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. I appreciate you lot for tuning in each and every time. If there's anything to talk about tomorrow at 11:30, we will, and so on and so forth. Monday, back to usual schedule, 10 a.m. on Twitch, 11:30, and then 4:30 on FM and all those sort of things. People say it is what it is, man. Appreciate the likes, man. This week's been crazy, really. So, yeah, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. Have a good weekend. You know, check out the rest of the content. Subscribe and follow if you haven't. Make sure you're following on Spotify as well, because I put all the streams more time into MP3 mode. Make sure you're following on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all of that. But enough shameless plugging. Bless up, you lot, man.
There's always that active red defenders.
I think it's like